Hi.
Finally, the three houses have come together.
I didn't even think of that. The time has finally come for all three houses.
So yeah, because of this would usually be a Damien, Joel, and Nathan recording day, but then snow problems were happening, which made Damien and Joel unable to see each other. So blame snow.
Damien, why are you talking about yourself in the third person?
Or thank Snow because you get streams instead of waiting 2 months for the video that we'd create.
Joel doesn't know why Damien's talking in third person. Joel is also confused by this. Joel would never do such a thing.
The Joel screams, for he does not know. Oh, you were supposed to scream. Thank you.
That's all the scream you get.
Classic running in circles.
Waiting
Every
for
3 Houses
Sophis to
player of all
spawn.
time.
They cannot let this stand. You must do all you can to find out where she's gone.
Oh hey, it's the Icy Hunter.
Ask around to see what
And the
Hey, buddy.
Kirby
Kirby
Omega.
Omega.
Oh, hi, Overlord Kirby. You were quick to show up.
Both of you were very quick to show up.
He is the Death Knight and he has come to take our souls. I
Yeah.
don't know the name of that thing. Devil Kappa or something. I don't
Admiral
know.
Cat Bar.
I'm making stuff up. Flayn's not in here, Damien.
Guess I have to let you in to prove it, don't I?
And it turns out Bernadette actually was hiding Flayn in there the whole time.
You stuffed her in this bear. By the way, both me and Joel had the thing where we gave her an armored bear stuffy right before this chapter, and then just saw this.
We legitimately thought it was the bear stuffy, and we're like, "That's so cool!" And then we realized it just did. She just
Aw.
has one, and we're like, "Oh."
No one's in Bernie's room but Bernie.
But Bernie's not in Bernie's room. No one's in Bernie's room except
Well,
Bear.
Well, she will be in the room once again very soon.
Where is Flayn's room anyway?
Nope, nothing in there but Bernie.
Did Flayn
I didn't
truly
see
have a
Bernie
room?
Sanders in there.
Did Flayn truly have a room in the first place? That's the real question.
Would you happen to be interested in gardening?
Slightly. Oh, and I could use the Pegasus blessings?
No.
But they're the best.
No.
Stop telling me to do stuff or I'll fish.
You know, I guess you could say that where Flayn's room is really a burning question.
This was already a mistake.
No, I think it's perfect.
Greetings, Professor.
Greetings, Professor. Today there's quite a bit to report.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you know that something's happening when he actually says something different. Oh yeah. After rewatching the last stream, I was laughing about the whole "your wife still hates you, old man" and double team. Double team!
Oh yeah, Damien and I were doing Pokemon XD.
Taking a break.
Mira's on break. Leave her alone.
There's no such thing as a break in this world.
I guess.
No current stress, man. I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working for money. Heh, you understand.
Hey, how about a favor?
Why does
As
it go
opposed to working
to...
free.
Alright, I already had them. That was
Why
easy!
aren't you recruiting Anna for free money? And then punching her immediately. That's what everybody does.
Because I only want to recruit her on the route I'm doing. Which is next time.
If you recruit her now, is it like, well, she might not be available on the route you're planning on doing?
No, she'd still be. Because
Okay.
it'd be a different alternate timeline.
All right then.
I do think it's funny that it's optimal to recruit Anna every time and never use her. Because she's like the worst unit in the game, but she comes with like 5,000 free gold, so...
Yeah, because of a bully, of a large bullion she has in the inventory, which you immediately sell back to her. You take it from her and then sell it to her.
Did you make this into actual gold for me, Anna? Thanks.
So,
By the
so
way, you're staying in your room every day.
What
So
room?
actually, wait. That makes me think a little bit. Like, assuming that Anna has plot armor even in classic mode.
Oh, she does not have plot. She does not have plot armor.
So if she dies in classic mode, then you just not have a shop, or what?
I think it's supposed. If Joel can say this, if it's true or not, I think it's like either another Anna or a girl who inspired by Anna uses the shop instead. You don't lose the shop, but you do lose.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember, but now you mentioned that another girl takes over for Anna, I think that sounds familiar. So I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
It's just that most people wouldn't allow Anna to die, so.
My guess before you mentioned that was gonna be that she's just one of the units who like retreats and then you can't use them in battle anymore. But yeah, I think the girl that takes over for her is actually what happens.
That's Damien who made me suffer to watch the T cutscenes, you monster. It's character development!
It's important character development! I must know what Hubert's favorite tea is! But funny enough, I think it's actually coffee, but...
You're gonna drink that, foul mud.
You made Sylvain happy.
Yeah, good Yosuke.
Dear goddess,
Hey, here, speaking of gardening,
please watch over Flayn.
What?
Please protect
Aru.
Oh, right. No. Same
Does she have the
voice
same
actor.
voice actor?
Yeah, it's Xanth.
Xanthi Hune.
And I need to get on your guys' level. The only voice actor I know that I actually the only voice actor you guys were usually talk about that I know the name of is Cassandra Lee Morris.
Or Robbie Damon.
Yeah, I know Cassandra Lee Morris because she does like the same voice in everything she's in, and I've seen multiple things by now that she's actually in.
Yeah, you can't always trust just because they have the same voice in everything you see them in doesn't mean they always have the same voice.
Just look at Joel trying to figure out who Rin's voice was in Catherine Fullbody.
Still have I've heard that voice actor in more things now, and she still does the same voice with everything else. It's just Rin.
Just felt like changing it up for one time.
It'd feel like if damn, I forget his name. It'd be like if Patrick Warburton decide to do a different voice for once.
That's what it felt like.
Like Patrick Warburton decide to do like a British accent or something.
It's way worse than a British accent. It's literally knowing who voices her. I'm like, I can't tell that this is the same voice actor. It doesn't sound like the same person.
Hey, Professor, have you seen Manuela?
No one cares about Ash Ketchum. He's leaving the anime now. Wait, what do you mean people care about him now that he's leaving?
Oh, yes. Didn't you know?
People kind of just got used to him, but it's weird to see them actually changing the protagonist after like 25 years.
Flayn was child napped. That is
Child napped.
inside our monastery? I must have admittance. One person
has been catching my eye. Shamir is a knight not like other knights. Her movements are being reminders of...
How racist.
They remind me of warriors of Brigid. Before she was here, what was she getting up to?
So yeah, I guess that's like Petra's main character trait is that she speaks strangely.
Yeah, it's supposed to be her learning the language. Where she's one of the few times where it actually works a lot.
Yeah, like I'm like,
Where
from my
it's like
understanding
the
of,
funny
like,
part is that almost always it's so close. And also it's something where you'd probably have the same problem. Like saying Flayn was child-napped in the language instead.
yeah, like I really like how most of the mistakes she made, I'm like, from my understanding of how like translating languages works, translating from one language to another works, I'm like, most of her mistakes actually make total sense for her to make.
As someone who is currently trying to learn how to speak Spanish, it is actually interesting because those yes, the mistakes that do make sense. Like it's like saying saying that she has doubts and such in certain way. I don't know. It's
Kirby,
hard
you
to
don't
explain.
need to bring that up every single stream.
It's just a running gag at this point that he does.
I can't hear Ben Diskin. Give me
Yeah,
my
the way
young
Petra
Xehanort
speaks is
boy.
pretty close to what you'd expect.
I
Also,
say
Kirby,
young
this is
Xehanort,
Joel.
like, what?
By the way, Kirby, this guy is named Joel.
Hi.
I haven't much to go off of.
It's weird to see someone who actually watches the streams mostly and not just the Let's Play parts where he's almost always there.
Yeah, I'm in pretty much all the Let's Plays.
I also noticed him staring
Almost.
at the net once.
Yeah,
There's a few
almost,
of them.
considering how there's a few where it's just being Nathan.
What brings you here? I'm taking a
In fact,
break.
one that's coming out very soon.
You find me suspicious. I was somewhere else, fighting. Is that a problem? I understand that I don't fit in.
Oh,
on the
miss.
Knights of Saros, but that hardly links me to Flayn's disappearance.
Yeah, you don't fit in with the Knights of Saros because you're way cooler than all of them.
This means you were a
But
kidnapper.
what about Soldier Spike Senpai?
He's more wholesome than all of them. He's not as cool as Shamir.
Okay.
I can't say anything for sure.
Shamir is the coolest.
What does it say when the
Alois
Sindre
is
is actually
the
right?
wholesomest, and everyone else is like fine or bad.
It couldn't hurt to try speaking with him at least. At this hour,
I just realized you have to go around this whole monastery trying to find the one person who is the imposter, who was the kidnapper.
You know, or you've played the game before and you actually know exactly who it is, and you can
So
do
you-
it in 2 minutes.
so you just
Yeah,
go
you can
straight to
immediately
them.
just go there.
insensitive. I was just exploring.
You made Sylvain mad!
So, you can give him
Now you
food.
didn't get your support points that
There.
you can
I
You
got
got
easily
more
make
support
up
points just by
later.
giving him pastry afterwards. Here's an apology pastry.
Beautiful, delicate maiden vanishing into thin air.
Hello, Billy.
Something out of a book. If it were a book, we
Is this the
I
same voice
miss you.
actor?
Yeah,
be rescued presently by a dashing nobleman. Do you have any idea as to where
yeah,
she
it's the
might
same
be?
one as Maruki.
She might have wandered off to.
I'm sad.
The greenhouse. I did not think of that. I will take a look around there later.
Now that I'm looking at the face, it almost kind of resembles Maruki too.
It was destined. It was fate.
I'll never forgive them. Now that I think about it, I saw Alois hanging out.
How the frick would you think Shoulder Spike did it?
Talk to Flayn, you know? It's probably a crazy thought, but I'm starting to worry.
I don't know. He's just a guy. I don't know. He's just a. Maybe he put more work into his muscles than his brain. Yes, that's like a common stereotype, isn't it? And I guess there's got to be at least one guy who actually is that way.
I think they say that you're most of the time when you suffer, people who suffer from a crime suffer from people they actually know and not from people they don't know. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
You never quite
that's the whole
know.
thing in LA
Sometimes nice
Noire, where
people
there's a
are,
bunch of times where they're immediately like, it's the person closest to the Vic that did it.
yeah, sometimes sometimes the people who seem nice have the darkest secrets.
Just look at Haru.
I appreciate
They will never figure out how that string of murders. No, that probably isn't canon.
And
It's
my
not!
opinion of Ingrid has done like a. My opinion of Ingrid has skyrocketed since I played Three Hopes.
I used to love this.
He is a
I'll be
lot better in
completely
3
honest.
Hopes.
This is my absolute favorite.
What was that, Nathan?
She's a lot better in 3 Hopes of a character.
I'm not sure how much of a different character, how much they did her character differently in that game exactly. I think it might just be the bigger thing is she's just so gosh darn fun to play in that game. So I just used her for like my entire playthrough.
I love this stuff.
That might be part of it too.
And that's why Mifa's his favorite champion.
He's so fun. Also, I think her voice acting is done better in Age of Calamity.
I like this.
I like this.
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
Why does the Dedu's lines always take longer with the auto advance?
Because the auto advance is not very well implemented in this game.
And they want to give you more time to digest his lines. His lines
I
need
can't hear Ben Diskin.
Perhaps this is not a kidnapping at all. Do you suppose she could have simply run away?
I honestly wonder
If that is the case,
how much
it's
of me
likely
liking
quite
Lawrence is
particular in
just
honesty.
it being Ben Diskin. Is just Ben Diskin's voice performance. And how much I would like him without that.
Hey, bunny
Nah,
girl.
piece of
I don't know.
performance.
It's probably not his face. He has the face of like a mannequin.
Moss has been going around
Hey, my original waifu.
but he's probably just worried
Yeah,
about
the
rest of
bunny.
us. Though it wasn't just Flayn. He was asking about you and Captain Gerald too.
Yeah,
We
no,
need to have
Overlord, I've
some-
noticed about you never letting the joke of having 14 wins.
Yeah, we need to make sure we need to keep some separation between the rabbit and the girl, because it's more acceptable to be in love with the girl than the rabbit.
We must
It's
find
my
out.
boy!
There are no
Spaghetti-
signs of having left the
Spaghetti
village.
husbando!
We cannot safely
Spaghetti
run
hair
away from
husbando
us.
is here!
I'm wasting precious
That's
time
some really
thinking about
thick
scientific
spaghetti.
solution. I'll survey the monastery and see what
There's
information I can gather.
there's a
must be
thick
some
type
clue as to
spaghetti.
as to Flayn's
I think the next time of spaghetti, they might call that something else.
Fettuccine hair? Does that work?
Like the fettuccine hair. I'll take fettuccine hair.
If there is no sign
The side of Alfredo
it
sauce.
is possible that she used one of those.
Luigi, no! He's marinating in his own ragu!
Let's eat.
Flayn is missing.
Hi, Mitsuru.
We should split up and search for her. There isn't a moment to waste.
So I guess if you put
It's too
if
late.
you put garnish on the fettuccine that you're not supposed to eat, I guess the way you would tell them that is to say, please do not eat the weeds.
Kidnapping, you'd think there'd be a demand for ransom or something by now. I don't like the sound of
Yeah, it's a bit of a reach, but you can say it.
I like how Joel stopped talking after once Claude started talking.
That was a coincidence. I didn't actually I was thinking too hard about my joke and didn't even notice you were talking to Claude.
Oh,
Up
okay.
for a challenge.
Are you sure that they're not the same person?
Hmm.
Claude is also my boy, just very slightly marginally less so my boy than Dimitri.
Also, Claude is best husbando.
Them's fighting words in this place, ain't them?
Very marginally less so than Dimitri again.
Them's fighting words.
This is Fire Emblem. Why don't you go into battle? Because there's a mystery to solve!
I see.
Well, if I know how to solve these mysteries, you gotta go find one of those dogs and give him a Scooby snack, and then he'll sniff it out.
Yes, the tournaments where you can kind of just send your best unit and do
Had to be done.
pretty much all of them, even if they don't know how to use the weapon that they're supposed to be using.
Good job to do.
And it doesn't matter.
Good job to do. It was such a difficult fight.
Oh man, Dadu, I'm not sure if you'll be able to take this guy.
Give up.
Oh hey, 46
Wow,
HP
he
left.
won! What a comeback!
Yeah, I know. Oh no, the strongest one in the whole monastery.
This guy can actually do damage, sort of, but it's still not enough. Oh, I got more damage.
Well, instead of Overlord Kirby Omega.
There we got fights.
School
You
filler.
happy?
Instead, we just do push-up. Instead, we do push-ups with Alfred. We just do push-ups with Alfred and pet our little weird fat dog thing all the time.
I like
Pet-
Joel
pet's a
trying to
weird
remember what
immortal
its
dog.
name actually is.
And we still do a fishing minigame. The default name was Sami.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to Damien, who named her Pepsi. Because
No,
she's got
that's-
Pepsi hair.
That's the I was
No.
talking about the little.
Oh,
Yeah, we were
baby
talking about
pet
the
not
dog.
doing her
Oh, the
thing.
dog. You could actually name the dog then?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even realize that part.
What did you name it, Damien?
Eterna.
Oh, right. I named it Meow Wow because I thought it looked like Meow Wow from Kingdom Hearts.
It always goes back to Kingdom Hearts.
Everything's intentional here at Bowser Galaxy 10.
What else is there but Kingdom Hearts?
Persona? Fire Emblem?
What else is there
Galgun?
but Kingdom Hearts and Persona?
She appears young.
Fire Emblem?
Something about her that's
What else is there but Kingdom Hearts, Persona, and Fire Emblem?
She's quite wild,
Galgun?
but also surprisingly
Mostly for Damien, not for the Joel.
No, Galgun is stupid.
You might be right. Whatever the case.
Galgun, at least as a game, knows exactly what it is and who it appeals to. So it's not terrible at what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't know because I think it's stupid.
Amy made me watch him play some of it, and it worked, I guess.
I didn't make
knows
you
exactly
play
what
it!
is. No. Yeah, just Damien just wanted to play it while we were on like a call thing, yeah, so he did.
Well, you
He-
actually... Excuse me, sir, you asked me because you were like... Why do you have that? Because I like the gameplay.
I would appreciate it.
Show me.
Wow, Annette is Gilbert's but no? I had no idea he was her but no. Or she was his but
Man, what
no.
a weird butt.
What kind of plot is this?
All fronts are searching nonstop, but we haven't found a single lead. Sedith's face is getting pale.
Hello, parent in Fire Emblem. I'm sure you'll survive to the end of the game.
And then there's a surprise face immediately. What?
I mean,
I
it
can't die.
It depends on the parents. Some of them live better than others.
Some of them are they're either the villain or have a death flag planted on their head very closely.
I'm like,
I'm not
Is
close
there a
to it.
Fire
I
Emblem
can't say for
protagonist
sure.
parent who doesn't die? I can't think of one right now.
I think Ellenwood's mother survives to the end of the game, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
And
Hooray,
Lynn's
Elwood!
father, or Lynn's like it's like a grandfather, technically, if that counts.
No, grandpas are fine. Just parents. Just regular parents.
I mean, I guess,
Please lend me your aid.
Alm's
Never have
sort
the
of
monastery of her own.
father figure in Fire Emblem Echoes survives to the end. But I mean, his actual dad dies, so. Shrug?
Professor, thanks for your help.
Yeah, basically, don't be a parent in the Fire Emblem universe. It's not gonna end well for you.
Don't be a parent in really any RPG.
Honestly,
Chances are you
don't.
have a flag on your head.
Professor Eureka,
Honestly, you probably have to go so far as don't be
the ladder can be
a
found on the
Fire
eastern
Emblem.
side of the
Don't be a
mountain.
character related to a Fire Emblem protagonist who isn't playable. Because it's not even always just the parent. See Fire Emblem Awakening.
I was thinking.
That's
Yes, I know I can fast travel. I don't care.
You know, when Damien first started Engage, I was like, I was like, so how many times? I think it was like when I was watching him play the second time after he had played some on his own. I was like, so how many times have you pressed the wrong button to fast travel so far? And he's like, I haven't. I was like, wow, how did you not have this problem? I had this problem so badly.
Because I don't fast travel.
I don't fast travel in 3 houses. I'm like, that explains it. Never mind.
Alois and Shamir and all the knights are...
I imagine that probably makes the playthrough just a little bit longer when he doesn't fast travel.
Thanks, Professor.
But I don't know.
Well, you're seeing the playthrough right now. And also
Meanwhile, I was
also a pro controller that's camera stick drifts every now and then. But I know this monastery well enough by running through it where I can just guide Bila through it anyway.
Yeah, you have played this for, I don't remember how many hours, like 300, 400 hours something.
200-ish, I'm pretty sure it is, around there.
Well, it probably will be
Well-
300, 400 hours by the time you're done with it. You're done with all the playthroughs you have to do.
Yes.
Well, you say you know this monastery by heart, or don't need to look where you're going that well. You're still not on the level of speedrunners who, to reduce lag, literally zoom in and stare at the ground while running.
So I guess
Yeah, but that'd be
guess that is
boring
an
to the
option.
audience!
Well, they're not there to watch you run around through the monastery. That's the boring part
They're
of the
not!
That's the boring part of the speed run.
Like, does it actually make you go faster, or does it just stop the frame rate from dipping and you point
It
the
stops
camera
the
down?
frame rate from dipping, which does end up making you get places
Yeah, it
faster.
does this. It's like this.
I see. I was just because I've seen cases like Fallout 76 where the higher the game's frame rate is, the faster you move. Or
Hey,
something
look
like
at that! We could finish this month right now by just selecting this door! That's nice!
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Just-
that is extremely suboptimal. I think you literally don't you like literally not even get your training in for
No,
that month?
you literally skip directly to the end of the month.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why did they do that?
I don't know. I guess it's just a trap there for people who don't have no idea what that means. Anyway, we got support conversations.
Nope. We're to the point where we have to progress story in order to... Oh, no, not those. This one's fine.
Stare into their eyes.
You have very nice freckles,
And to do.
Ash.
You don't like to talk much, huh, Dudu?
I am not skilled in conversation.
Any
My
particular
charisma
reason?
is like 6.
Reason?
He's more skilled with axe.
I am only here at the monastery.
He can axe a few questions if you need him to.
Hey, 6 is above average in Fallout for charisma.
Grow weary of it.
I
Yeah, well, this
in
isn't
D&D
Fallout.
terms,
You
so
can
I
gain
have
a lot more
-2
levels in this
penalty.
game than Fallout. In this game than you would.
Then again, in
Fine,
anything that's not Fallout 4, if you have charisma at anything but 1, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing.
Why are you smiling? Shouldn't it make you angry?
I mean, I think in my old playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, I put my charisma up, not knowing exactly what it did.
I'm sure they
It
changed
just
it now.
improves speech,
I'll admit that when I first
which
got
you
here,
can
I
do
was
anyway.
kind of intimidated.
Charisma 1, speech 100.
It's okay to talk to you. I hesitated.
You don't
That
need
works in
speech
all-
at all.
Yeah, it works in New Vegas, not so much in Fallout 3.
I mean, in D&D, you could be like, I have 6 charisma, but I also have expertise in persuasion, and am level 18, so I have plus 10 persuasion, despite my 6 charisma.
Specialty. Smithing. Fishing. You would be better off reading about it in a book.
I mean, it would be way better if you had 20 charisma, as then you would have plus 17 persuasion, but, you know.
Also, Overlord Kirby, don't worry, we actually will be doing a orange juice stream later, actually.
I don't know what the plan is for that, but we'll make it work.
Well, the plan is, like, we're gonna take a break between free houses and orange juice.
And then we're just
Because
gonna play
doing
Orange
free
Juice
houses for
online.
10 hours or doing orange juice for 10 hours seems like a bad idea.
What do you mean? What could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Have you been there?
Speaking of Ingrid in Three Hopes, unpopular opinion, her outfit in Three Hopes is awesome.
First of all, they're not silly.
It's one of my
I don't
favorite
remember
outfits
what
in
it
the game.
looks like.
It's an essay
I haven't
that
played
explores
Free
the
Hopes in a
problem of
while.
challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy.
It's sort of like a combination of like it's sort of like armored winter gear. I think it
Alright.
looks really cool.
Ah, so you like the Skyrim, got it.
I think
was talking about real world tactics, not some
I think most people that I've seen are like the outfit is boring and her hair looks like makes her look like a Karen.
I haven't read beyond this one, but I think
I'm
the
like-
obvious answer is to follow your command.
She doesn't really have the Karen hair. I'm assuming her hairstyle is different in Three Hopes. I forget
Yeah,
if it is or not.
it is.
Okay.
Demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings.
You could Google it if you want to.
I don't know.
Or I can search it up with another search engine. There's more than just Google. You gotta remember that.
I know that I-
I'm using the generic term,
Stop bothering
like a
folks.
band-aid.
You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Okay, Ingrid, Three Hopes, because we're not really doing much right now.
We're just listening to Ingrid talk. Meh.
You say like I could actually hear her talk.
So much
Well,
so
I'm
that
hearing her
your
talk.
duty is your family's heir.
And you could go to the stream to hear her talk, but then you'd hear echo of yourself.
You hate to hear the Fire Emblem echoes.
Rigorously obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Yes, I couldn't resist.
The frog?
You're right. Forget it.
No.
Well, Frog in Chrono Trigger's name is Glenn.
Mercedes, I'm
Spoilers.
sorry, but will you lend me a hand?
Random
You
Chrono
lend
Trigger
me a
spoilers for
hand.
anyone who hasn't played that.
Oh, is the cuff of your overcoat still torn?
No, I literally want your hand, Mercedes. Here's a knife.
It's pathetic, I know, but I fear my sewing skills are... well...
No, Dimitri is not. Dimitri, you've been hanging around Petra too long.
I was getting concerned when I tore your cuff.
Ah, well...
That is to say.
Would you please teach me to sew? I hear you're rather amazing at it.
Of course I'll teach you. Don't look so heartbroken.
You will? Thank you. Oh, I owe you for
And you
this.
see, she connects the sewing machine up to her Game Boy.
She doesn't have a sewing machine. This is a medieval fantasy game.
I've never seen,
Aw, come on! You can't rain on my parade like that.
Around the issue.
Tell that to the nukes later.
I thought you might end up bending some needles if you tried mending this on your own.
Mercedes doesn't have technology.
I'm just
Magic nukes, I guess.
I'm so
She doesn't have access to the nuke.
try to be careful.
She doesn't have the nuke codes.
I just can't seem to manage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
To apologize.
Input accepted.
You must have been uncomfortable making your way here with this tear.
My inability to control my own strength is humiliating.
Why do I see Mercedes like clumsily, accidentally activating nukes and killing everyone?
You just have to practice, that's all. No matter how
Oopsie.
That seems
Oopsie
kind of in
doopsie.
character for her.
then you're
Oopsie doopsie.
It does seem in character.
To give in to despair.
Does that mean it was in character?
SpaghettiOs.
Thank you for the reminder.
So, Davey, does that mean it was in character when you crashed your brand new Mercedes directly into a Death Knight?
First things first.
Uh,
Make sure the needle is actually threaded this time.
No! I bent another one.
I never thought about it that way
strong.
before.
Realistic depiction of having super strength.
yep, everyone talked to.
Every single one. Not a single pink-haired character with pigtails forgotten.
Exactly.
Shout out to another character who I enjoyed more in Three Hopes.
Well, that's not saying much.
Dimitri is warm. Dimitri is hot.
Dimitri has died.
Thank you.
I remember when that showed up in the Let's Play, Joel was really confused.
I'm pretty sure that is the second time I've ever seen that happen.
The first time was in the Let's Play.
Yeah. I mean, technically this is also the Let's Play, but the stream's part of the Let's Play.
But you don't have to see all of you don't have to see all this. This is pretty much the same thing. Part of the
but-
Let's Play.
This is the filler part of the Let's Play. Lack of a better way to describe it.
The anime filler arc.
The anime filler arc where we just reminisce about what happened in a different timeline.
And that feels really good.
But it just wasn't enough for Sheeny. That's as you named her.
Yep. Lester Alliance Founding Day.
So yeah, yes, Overlord Kirby. I can't just give people my stuff. What Kirby's talking about that I should have given the dog my stars and orange juice and apparently Popo was taking over multiple games besides orange juice. So far, I haven't seen this. I'll believe it when I see it.
You can count on me. Here's the result, Professor.
Good. Now Sylvain and Ferdinand can stab people better.
Good to go.
Oh boy,
yes, exactly
Ferdinand
that.
can do things.
Enlightening.
One step before the next step.
Wow.
Only
I
6%
think we
of
should
people would
explore
right
again.
now.
Only 6% of players.
Paralog
explored again.
time.
That's actually a limited time paralog. So I guess
Yeah,
these are like,
most of them are.
so I guess the limited paralogs are kind of like the guidance chapters of this game.
Joel would know more. I haven't played the older ones.
Guidance chapters.
Technically, I barely only played a couple of the older ones. I just watched content of. some
As
of
I
them.
said, Joel would know more.
I
1%
don't
more.
know if I know what. I actually don't know if I've seen any of the games with guidance chapters. At least I haven't watched enough to know what the guidance chapters are.
Well,
They're
guidance
basically
chapters are.
paralogs, but
Guidance chapters are typically entirely optional chapters that may or may not include interesting story beats, which you usually have to unlock them through doing specific things during previous chapters.
so they're paralogs. They're just paralogs.
Pretty much.
Meanwhile,
That's what I was
paralogs
thinking.
are just have the correct character, at least in this game. Have the
In this
correct
game, it's
character, do
basically
it
you
in
just
a
have to have
certain
the correct
time.
characters. Although I think at least one, I think there's one in particular that, at the very least, that's. I think there's a. I think it's a Caspar paralog that's only available on Blue Lions. Like you have to have Caspar, and it's only on Blue Lions. I think.
That's probably might be the rarest paralog in the game then.
Well, we'll see it then.
I distinctly remember it because when Nico B did his Blue Lions playthrough, people were like, "You should recruit Caspar because you'll miss out on this paralog if you don't." Maybe one day Nico B will actually do the other routes of this game.
My worry is that there will be more unwarranted death. There have always been many in the kingdoms.
There may be unwarranted death. Let's send the children instead.
You would think they'd refrain from squashing the rebels out of political expediency.
And in Petra and Lysithia, the 15-year-olds. Sometimes I forget that Petra is like the second youngest character in this game.
Yeah, she doesn't look that young.
Well, that's also anime.
That
I mean, you had the same thought when I told you how old Fran and whatever the other one's name is.
She doesn't look like she's 10 years old. Or however old she is, I forget. Was it like 10 or
18-ish?
I think
she
she's
looked like she was, okay, no, it was the opposite. She looked like she was 10, but she was like supposedly 18.
17-ish.
Actually.
Same thing.
It's very different depending on the laws of your cards.
It's Fire Emblem. No one cares. Just look at 90% of fates where you can bang your sisters.
Technically
and
adopted.
One of the sisters really wants you to.
Oh god. Why'd you have to remind me of that?
Yeah, but Joel, some of them are adopted, some of them are your biological ones.
Fair, I suppose. It's just the one I really hate is technically adopted. Well, adoptive. You're the one who's adopted.
It's weird how you can only bring 8. That's weird.
Huh.
Game balance, which this game cares about a whole lot.
So, do you actually max out at 16 units for this, or does it scroll? You can get way more units. I forget. What am I thinking?
Yeah,
you can recruit everyone.
Somewhat. There are some that won't join you anyway.
There's a few people who are route exclusive.
In this route, you can recruit everyone but Edelgard, Hubert, and Claude. I think.
Yeah, you can never get the other house leaders, but you can usually get most of the others.
Yeah, but you can't get, like, there's usually like their second in command character you can't recruit, but Hilda's the exception. You can recruit Hilda for some reason. She doesn't actually care about Claude because she's stupid and lame and no one likes her. I'm just kidding.
Also, who's Hilda?
A lot of people like Hilda. I just don't very much.
Who's Hilda?
Who's Hilda? Is literally one spot below your cursor.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, the hidden Hilda.
I always forget to replenish battalions.
I also forget constantly.
Oh boy, now I'll have 2 people making fun of my Fire Emblem playing.
I'll try not to spend too much time making fun of the Fire Emblem skills.
Class the Dusker forces. We cannot stand by and allow another massacre. But we cannot obstruct the Fargus army either. Our best hope is to force the troops of Dusker to withdraw before the Kingdom soldiers get to them.
The main body of the Kingdom's army is bound to arrive soon. Until then, let's aim to quell this uprising ourselves. Once the main force arrives, we will be out of options. We must move fast.
Does this one have a time limit, or?
Not working together.
I actually didn't look at what the victory defeat stuff is.
First, let's push Dusker to retreat.
I'm a good
What happens
war
when you play on
person.
normal casual?
I'm a good Fire Emblem player.
It's still on normal casual, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, you have to defeat them before the green units do. So not only are they green units, they're murderers!
Or before 15 turns. That difficult.
Javelin. Not the Javelin.
I never thought I would live to see the point where I'm a green unit turns into I'm a murderer.
I'm a green unit. Oh, you are a Dusker soldier. Okay.
I'm a red unit. I mean, people would expect the red units to be evil, to be fair.
Well, I hope there's red units, otherwise I'm like, what the hell am I actually fighting? Oh look, the bow guy had a crit again.
That was entirely unnecessary.
Oh man, I got dead again.
This game stinks.
Well, hopefully that guy that can attack in net doesn't have a really high attack power and or high speed.
You're not going to kill us?
Safely away.
Well, I mean, it's only a
no,
bow person, he's fine.
It's only a 39% hit chance, which is surprising.
You're out of range. That's probably just a net is over leveled.
That
Probably.
too.
Probably.
This is like chapter 6, and most of his units are already nearing level 20. So.
Yeah, but remember that the level cap is not 20 in this.
Yeah,
level scaling is weird in this game. Although you do seem to level up at fairly close to the same rate as the normal Fire Emblem game.
Dude, why are you so slow? Bait.
Oh, no, immediately gained a level.
Dodge tank.
She has like 25 speed. That's high enough speed that you could reasonably dodge tank with that.
Yeah, I think she has one of the highest speed growths in the game.
Anyway, in case you thought you could in case you thought you could save all of them.
Good start. So I think there's only maybe 3 attacking her, so she'll probably be fine.
Yeah, javelins.
Javelin.
And she's like not dodging anything.
There's a third one. Oh, it's just such a fire mage. No one cares.
That was like
Okay,
the worst dodge chance I've ever seen for my party.
Well, it's not the worst. Usually, I'll be honest. Usually, if it's anything above like a 20 on the IS2, like I already plan out my strategy. I always assume if it's anything above like a 20, that's going to hit.
Yeah, I'm the guy who's like, I avoid taking even like, if it's like, oh yes, if that 90% hit lands, then my character will die. I'm like, heck no, I'm not doing that. There's a 10% chance. There's a supposed 10% chance that my unit will die, even though it's actually more like 4%. But that's too high for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I play. Playing older Fire Emblem has trained me that way.
Yeah, I've kind of like backed off on that somewhat now that there's like the time rewind mechanic, which
Yeah,
shot me in the foot a little bit when I went back to Path of Radiance for a little while, and I literally was like, let me try this really dangerous. I was like, let me try this. It's probably pretty dangerous, but I can just rewind time if it goes bad. Wait, no, don't do that. And with how the turn played out, I was very glad I did not do that, because my unit would have been very dead. Because I completely underestimated just how bad of a decision it actually was. Because I forgot about Kanto. I forgot Kanto was a thing in that game.
And I can't believe that Pokemon region's there.
Why am I even here?
Yeah, no, the move that makes it so you can continue your movement after you attack if you're a mounted unit. You know, like Three Houses has.
It's what makes mounted units special.
You're going to use it literally right after this fight.
Oh yeah, this is like Kanto Plus, right? That allows you to move even after attacking.
I'm pretty sure Three Houses is a stronger version of it, but I can't remember what exactly the difference is.
Yeah, I remember like the GBA era Kanto best, where you can move after any action unless it's an attack, in which case you can't.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I think Path of Radiance has the stronger version as well, where you can do it after an attack.
What a great fight!
Crit!
Oh, no damage!
What a great fight.
Well, that guy can actually do some damage, surprisingly.
Oh yeah, but it's a mage.
Kind of helps when you're not targeting their defense stat that's actually decent.
These are the strongest green units in history.
Well, that's the whole point.
I know it is, but still. Of course, the green units had to get strong the one time you don't want them to be strong.
I did what I had to.
Why don't we want them to be strong?
Yeah, as they're actually as this is a thing where you're supposed to be trying to defeat the enemies first, so you can spare them, as opposed to these guys these green units who just murder them to death.
Yeah, Joel, look at the heinous suffering of Dusker.
The hands of the kingdom soldiers.
Oh boy, another crit!
Critical no
Oh,
damage. How does he keep doing that? What's the multiple 6% crits it happened in a row? Well, not in a row, but you know what I mean.
I mean, it's a little different when you're attacking 4 times in a turn. So the 6% is more likely to happen when that is the case.
Should I fall back?
So Damien, you have physic, don't you? Or something decent for healing, at least.
The only person who has... I forgot that I had Mercedes on as an adjutant, So the only healer is Annette?
And she can't
Whoopsie
reach.
daisy. Does Ingrid have like a vulnerary or something?
Oh yeah, she
Probably not.
probably does.
Or by a turn wheel to use a vulnerary. This is the first time in history.
Should I fall back?
Did you just use it twice?
He might have, I don't know.
No, I
How-
accidentally. No, I just accidentally pressed it when taking
vulnerary is-
vulnerary.
Yes, it is still 10 HP.
Yay! Now she has. Now she can like take one hit.
Oh, no
instead of
reason to go
9.
ahead that way. That guy's about to die. That'll be fun. Well, good thing he did that, because he missed the
Makes
first
up for the.
strike.
He's like, I don't want to make the professor mad at me. I must make up
I
for
don't
my
want
mistake.
to make the professor have to turn time back again.
Yeah, you're supposed to be aware that's happening.
I don't know about that. No one knows that the professor can do that.
No
Not
one
even the
knows about the
professor. Axe to the face. We
still really like that
saved
idea.
you.
I still really like the idea of the hand axe, just of the hand axe. Like everyone else has some useful ranged attack option, where the axe just chuck an axe at their face. This may have been a bad idea.
Oh, I
Dang, I
wouldn't
don't
have
know
been
what
able
else
to
you would've
save
done.
him anyway.
There's only so many people you can save. Oh, some of the other arena units actually go away once they're done with their genocide quest. Oh, they also constantly regenerate their HP. I didn't realize that.
I think they're using vulneraries, actually.
But they
No,
get
that guy got
another
another
turn.
turn, so it can't be. So it can't be a vulnerary.
So it's probably a skill he has then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to make absolutely sure that, that they can't beat down the green units.
Thank you. Ready.
That's probably not a good plan.
As it turns
What's
out,
the problem?
Did she
Ingrid
move into
can't
the
solo the
forest?
entire left half
Could
of
she
the map.
reach the forest? I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
You could move. Maybe if you move her there and dismount, she'd be okay. Maybe. Maybe she could dodge tank.
You've served your purpose, Ingrid.
I aim for greatness.
I just want to see this happen. It's probably a bad idea, but I want to see if it works.
Well, it's fine. We're on the mode where they don't die.
Yeah, that's why I want you to go for it. 'Cause it'd be funny. And if she actually does it, it'll be really funny.
Yes.
That went as expected.
Do not worry, Mr.
There's
Soldier.
like 3 mages who ignore terrain. Then again, she has good resistance, so she'd probably be fine if that was the case.
Yeah, it'll probably be okay.
It'll be fine. Why is she dead?
Oh, don't worry, she can't die. She'll just retreat.
Exactly.
I've been defeated, but I can't fall here. I must make a tactical retreat.
Nice try.
Yeah, she's in like no danger at all.
She actually can dodge tank.
Be gone.
I mean, like, but Guy was gonna hit her for 2 damage.
Too slow.
Like, I think if she got hit by every single attack that came her way, she would take like 10 damage total.
Oh no, she took free damage.
Like she wasn't even in remote danger there. She probably could have taken like 2 or 3 crits and still survived.
All right, Ingrid, you have to kill them quick. You have to spare them quickly with your lance, otherwise the green units are coming.
I mean, if she has like a javelin, I might swap to that, but otherwise I'd probably just leave her there. Maybe attack the guy next to her.
Oh, she's like the one person I don't have a javelin.
Not
But
having a
what?
javelin on your peg knight? What kind of Fire Emblem player are you?
I thought I did. That's why it's weird.
Seems I prevailed.
Killer weapon.
It's like literally everyone else I have a javelin with.
Instead, you just have 2 killer lances.
I guess why I have one when you can have 2.
So
Meanwhile, he has 3 of them.
So they just took all the javelins.
I
that
need
kind
these.
of makes sense. She's like, "Wait, where's my javelin?" And Sylvain stole it before the battle.
Is that
Look, I need to protect
That's 100%
myself.
in character.
See, everything's intentional here at Bowser Galaxy 10, ladies and gentlemen.
So in character, I love it so much.
Everything's intentional here at Bowser Galaxy 10.
Sylvain just drives Ingrid up the wall. That's like their whole character dynamic.
And Ingrid's doing really good when she's not on the horse.
Oh, but
Yeah, I told you to have her dismount, so you didn't have to worry about archers, and you get the terrain bonus. Because you don't get terrain bonuses when you're flying in this game. Which honestly I think is...
Yes, critically save that person!
I don't think there are any Fire Emblem games where you get terrain bonuses while you're flying. Although maybe I might be wrong.
I'm pretty sure in Awakening you do, and I thought you did in Path of Radiance. But I'm not 100% sure.
I haven't played either of those, so I wouldn't know.
Damn it,
I'm
Annette, why
almost
don't you
positive
have
about
big
Awakening because I was
movements?
surprised when it wasn't the case in Fire Emblem Echoes. So unless I was just really oblivious to it not being the fact in Awakening, not being the case, I should say.
Well, there's only 2 people left, so I'm pretty sure she's fine.
Imagine not critting with a killer weapon. What? Come on, Ingrid. I thought you were cool. Supposed to be cool.
See, I told you she's a bad character.
Maybe that might be going a little too far.
Yeah, on normal and hard difficulty, Ingrid's considered like really, really strong. She just struggles a bit on. She starts to struggle on maddening because her strength isn't the best, but.
Oh no, free damage!
But her.
To be fair, I think most characters probably struggle on maddening.
Yeah, but like she
Understand it.
struggle comparatively, she struggles on maddening because she doesn't have enough strength to keep up.
Okay.
Unless you put extra effort in. Like give her like strength boosters or a forged weapon or something.
A Mod Sylvain crit! Oh,
You can't rely on a 5%, you know.
I'm not relying on it, I just wanted him to do it.
Because I mean, in this game, like you can use basically whoever you want in maddening. You can make basically any character good enough to work well on maddening. It's just a question of which characters do you have to put in a bunch of effort to make them work, versus which characters can you just play them normally and they break the game. Or they have some ridiculous G-strat that's not that hard to set up. Like Dimitri has a somewhat easy to set up G-strat that just you can just completely break the game. Like you just wreck almost every map even on maddening. It's like a high crit vantage strategy
Never doubted you.
where you even on maddening you can get like a 100% crit rate, and then you can use a gambit on them that makes them able to counter from any range. So you could just
Oh,
basically just
green
enemies
units
just
defeat the enemy commander. Okay, so it's fine to murder him.
Yeah, it was actually a defeat thing if the green units murdered him.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's why I was very confused for a moment. I was like, how am I supposed
I don't know how the green units would defeat him. They don't come down here. They just like fight the guys in front of them and then go away.
I don't know. Maybe if you don't intervene at all, they might try to come down. I don't know how the hell they work.
I mean, maybe on like maddening where he probably moves, but they literally designed this map before maddening was put in the game, so I don't know what's going on here.
Maybe it's just a fail safe. Who knows?
I don't know. Or maybe they like designed it with that defeat condition and then they changed it so he changed how something works later on. You are a man of Dusker.
Are you finished? How can you make friends with our hated foes? Is it possible that you've lost your Dusker spirit?
He is now finished.
You finished. You are now finished. I am level 20.
No, he is. He is
I am
saved.
strong.
Is this how our dream ends? I will check the status of the kingdom's troops. To do, I leave the Dusker army to you.
Yes, Your Highness. Please be careful.
Rid of most of the Dusker army. Most of them.
You know, I like how you were like, man, now I have two people giving me crap about my Fire Emblem gameplay, and honestly,
You
Overlord
didn't even
Kirby
mention
is
the
giving you more
gameplay.
crap than either of us are.
Well, that's just what he usually does.
Yeah, he's
He's
usually
angry at me when I'm not
snarky.
fighting. He's angry at me when I'm fighting. He's just not pleasable.
And he also likes continuing to comment about the orange juice stuff.
And
It kills
souls.
you.
You must know
Eh.
as long as there is breath,
So what you're saying is he's the guy who's like, when's orange juice? Like Marvel, like a Marvel fan during a
idealistic fool.
Melee stream.
We will not relent.
What?
Not until we've taken back the homeland, you monster.
So there was like a thing at some point where like there was like a Melee tournament. I think it was like a Melee tournament, and like everyone in the chat was just spamming, when's the Marvel tournament? They want to see Marvel, and
then someone makes an Iron Man me and just plays that. Yeah, they put an Iron Man
Believe
me
what
in
you will.
Melee.
That is my firm belief.
His firm belief is that they put an Iron Man being in Melee.
The kingdom army has retreated to the fortress. There should be no further danger. Prince of Fargus, you monster! Can you still run? Then I suggest you do so now. Your people are waiting for you on the other side. Remain hidden from the kingdom army.
May our paths cross again.
I certainly hope not. But remember this one thing. The people of Dusker never forget their grudges. Nor do they fail to honor favors.
So are they supposed to be like Vikings?
Thank you,
Or
Your Highness.
I got the sort of the helmet design down, but we're
I
probably
think
not.
it's just supposed to be horns, for the sake of horns.
Directed at the church for allowing us to join the battle, and to our professor for leading the.
They're like most Fire Emblem players. They're very horny.
That was not the joke I was expecting you to make.
And then Deduce smiles.
Well, it made the dude smile. Clearly it worked.
That was a funny joke.
Then
Jump,
everything goes
jump,
quiet.
jump, 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 jump.
What's gonna make you wanna
And
jump, 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 jump? So what units are you gonna take this time? Because I wonder what's the highest amount of units you can deploy on one map is in this game.
I don't know.
Oh. Well, you think I've played this game for a long time or something? I don't know these these answers.
You have played this game for over 200 hours, Davian.
So?
That's
What's
like
your point?
that's like one playthrough of each route.
Even though I've still never done certain routes.
So it's like you played this game like 3 or 4 times, haven't you?
Oh, okay, I did a Black Eagles, Blue Lions, Golden Deer, Black Eagles. 4 times.
So in theory, he's done enough playthroughs to have done each route one time. It's just he decided to do Black Eagles twice instead.
Well, because that was the Let's Play one.
Which I guess you technically would do Black Eagles twice anyway. You would just do the other second half of Black Eagles instead of doing the same one twice.
Yeah.
I'll cut through.
I'm assuming explaining why there's 2 different Black Eagles routes would be a major spoiler.
Well, we've technically already shown the spoiler in the Black Eagles playthrough.
Yeah, we already did Black
So,
Eagles.
it's side with Edelgard or don't side with Edelgard.
Clearly, Damien just likes Edelgard too much and refuses to betray her until he is forced to for the sake of the Let's Play.
Man, it's like that I chose that route specifically because, oh look, Mitsuru. That was my whole point of
Meanwhile, I
taking that
couldn't
route in
decide,
the first
so I rolled
place.
a die. The die
Meanwhile, I
feared
was
the
like,
deer.
huh, hey, Goro, Akechi, and Mitsuru. Okay.
You bet it couldn't be Goro Machima.
Well, I mean,
John!
Let's John!
well, it'd be really weird if Matt Mercer just kept doing Fire Emblem rules.
I'd be okay with that.
Who's next?
I'd also be okay with Laura Bailey
And
coming
Engage?
back as Lucina. But, I mean, the current voice actor is fine. I just...
Is Crummin engaged?
I'll stick with
Probably, but it's probably a little bit late
I
game
don't
thing.
remember.
Because I know Lucina's
he
in
might-
it, but I'm not sure if Crom is.
Why am I even here?
Actually, I don't think he
I
is.
think he might not be.
Damn it, Matt Mercer isn't there. Oh, there's a monster.
A wild monster. Oh, it's a yellow unit.
I'm a yellow unit.
So yellow units are just completely neutral.
Oh,
Everyone can kick their
apparently-
ass, and everyone can get their ass kicked by them.
Actually, I think the
Apparently,
yellow
Crom
unit
and Robin
just
share a
means
DLC emblem.
gives lots of money.
It's like
Apparently,
a neutral.
Crom and Robin share a DLC emblem.
Independent.
Because being a giant monster, it has no concept of kingdoms or allegiances, or anything like
It
that.
just says which one gives me food. Eat all of them. Keep forgetting that. Go, Ingrid, for everlasting peace!
For great justice, fire off every Ingrid.
Doing my part.
Oh, apparently, Crom and Robin are DLC. Oh yeah, they're DLC Fire Emblem Engage. That's what the chat. That's what's being sent in the chat.
Oh, Crom
Yeah,
is?
it's not.
Oh
out.
yeah, I don't
theirs
think
isn't
it's
but-
out yet. Okay, so he is in there. Okay, then I'll get Majima and Fire Emblem.
I'm trying to figure out if he's still voiced by Matt Mercer, though. I'm checking if I'm trying to see if he is in Heroes.
I think he was.
Because I know they changed Lucina in Heroes, and she's the same in not Echoes, Engage. So I'm guessing if they changed it in Heroes, then it'd be the same in Engage.
Let's try. Try this on for size.
Okay, it looks like it's still Matt Mercer.
Okay.
Alright, Matt Mercer has not been stubbed.
Yes,
Mercer's
Thief,
not
fight the
abandoned
giant
us.
lizard. I'm sure it'll
For a
work
second,
out.
I looked up, and for a second, I thought that Thief was Dedue, and I'm like, what happened?
Dude, why did you turn to a life of thievery?
You're the King's Shield. You don't need to be a thief. Under any circumstance. Level 21.
Well, I mean, I just like looked up and saw a dude
Guy with an
in
axe die.
brownish outfit and wielding an axe getting absolutely owned by a demonic beast. So I didn't have much time to process it.
Are you saying that you're not paying full attention to the stream?
I was looking up Crom's current voice actor.
Oh, okay.
It makes perfect sense. Is Linhardt improving? I think maybe a little.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, he probably cares. I think he cares if he's improving.
I mean, I think he would kind of like it if he wasn't improving, so that he didn't have to fight in battles anymore, because he doesn't like blood.
You're out of luck.
Yet he was sent to a thing about war.
He was sent to participate in war.
Yeah, and
Which has
I
changed.
really,
War never
I really
changed.
do need to play through Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I need to finish Path of Radiance and actually play Radiant Dawn at some point. What I have seen of them, they're really cool games.
I like what I've seen of them too. I just I haven't played them myself either. I still plenty other Fire Emblem I still need to go through as well.
Well, it's also a lot of money to get to them.
Unless you use a thing known as Dolphin.
Yeah, but that's cheating. You're not getting the experience.
You're getting plenty of experience.
If you use Dolphin, then you're tempted to use save states, and that's cheating.
Yeah, but
You gotta go for the
I won't
proper Fire Emblem experience.
Yeah, but I won't use
Now, if
save
you
states.
excuse me, I need to turn back time.
Yeah,
Wish we could
Fully
turn
Culture
back
Gaming
time.
would probably play those games with save states.
It's what I'm
You would
doing
not-
if I ever touch the NES one.
Because there is no casual mode.
I'm still in the process of playing Fire Emblem 7 once again. I said myself. Because I've never really beaten Fire Emblem 7's most difficult. I've never even gotten to play it because you can only do it on like your third playthrough technically.
Come on, crit!
The reason I haven't gotten the true ending of Atelier Sally yet, because you have to do it on New Game Plus, and I didn't really want to do a second playthrough yet.
Yeah, basically, yeah, it's kind of like that. To unlock Fire Emblem 7's like actually hardest mode. Let's see. First, you gotta do one playthrough of the game, which technically you go through Lyn normal mode, and then you go through Ellawood normal mode. So and that unlocks Ellawood hard mode, and then also unlocks Hector normal mode. So then you do Hector's normal mode, which is a slightly different version of Ellawood's campaign. And then you unlock Hector hard mode, which is the game's actual hard mode. It's weirdly complicated.
I guess you could say it's kind of hectic.
Yes, very hectic.
Eh,
I'm so funny.
you are.
It's not over yet.
Yeah, I've played like 5 chapters of Sacred Stones, most of Path of Radiance, Awakening a lot of times. Played through Echoes twice technically, because I did a normal playthrough. I did a normal playthrough, and then I think I restarted so that I could get a better. I restarted and played through the game again so I could get like a better setup for. So you get a better setup for the secret dungeon boss thing because I wanted to beat him, and so I beat him, and then I was like, yeah, that kind of sucked. I never want to do that again, and I haven't played Echo since.
Yeah.
And I also obviously I did every route in 3 houses, although one of them is
Also, Overlord Kirby says, "No, you're not, Joel. Your puns suck."
I'm aware. The joke is that I know my puns suck. But I do them anyway because it's fun.
And that's why he's the favorite on the channel.
I enjoy your suffering. Give me your moans of disgust.
That sounds so weird when you say it out of context.
Did I do a good job?
And then I'm on
pretty much done with all the Black
12 or
Eagles for
13
right now.
engage.
Here goes.
So Damien, when are you going to play Genealogy of the Holy War?
Which one's that?
I think it's Fire Emblem 4, technically.
Yeah.
Probably
I think
never.
so. 3 or 4.
Oh, so probably never.
But what if it gets a remake?
Maybe.
I'm on it.
If people, I thought for a long time that Awakening was the one that introduced the like multi-generation child mechanic, but apparently that was a thing in Genealogy.
Yeah, genealogy was
Well,
something
it's called genealogy, so I
I just didn't know about Genealogy. What do you want from me? Awakening was the first Fire Emblem game that I actually like enjoyed enough to finish.
Man, I wonder what my
Sorry,
first Fire
Sacred
Emblem
Stones, I
was.
might give you another shot at some point.
I wonder what my first Fire Emblem was.
It was probably Blazing Blade.
Blazing Sword, whatever. The first
Blazing
one.
Sword.
First one that actually got released to the
There's
US.
no official English name for it. It's a translation, so.
Yeah, because in the US they just called it Fire Emblem. Because it was the first one that ever got a US release.
Actually, I was thinking of the Binding Blade. Oops.
Oh, Binding Blade. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that never got any. I really like to see them release that one at some point, but I doubt they will.
You'd think they would, considering how popular Roy is. I guess they don't want people to realize that he actually sucks in his own game.
Roy, isn't he from Smash?
Isn't he that Koopaling?
Exactly.
You're weak.
Man, this is a really weird Fire Emblem game when you're just running around in a Koopa clown car.
Finally, we get a lord who's naturally a flyer. It's been so long.
Exactly.
Have we done that before?
I don't think they
I
have.
think
I don't think they've ever done a lord who's naturally a flyer.
I mean, pretty much every time. I think, like 80% of the time, the Lord is just a slight variant on a Myrmidon, basically.
Slight variant on a Myrmidon, occasionally a slight variant on a mercenary, something like that. They're almost always sword users.
Can dragons not? Is dragons flying not technically counted then? Because there's a few of them that turn into dragons. Does that count?
They're not flying units, though.
Oh, okay.
And usually, like, I mean... I assume one of them you mean is Corin.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's still technically a sword unit, for the most part.
Okay. My god, there's so many enemies on this map!
Dragonstone, though, as a weapon. I think.
You're level 21,
I haven't
back to
played
the
Fates,
beginning.
so I don't know. And where's the other one?
Well, I haven't played Engage long enough to know if turning into a dragon actually does anything or not. They're called the Divine Dragon. Doesn't that mean anything?
So far, I haven't been able to turn it into a dragon, so I don't know how it works. But I mean, for the first chunk of the game, you're a slight variation on a Myrmidon, so I'm still correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's usually how Fire Emblem works. And yet, despite that, it's usually the lord units or necessary units that aren't sword users that tend to be the most well received and most liked, and usually the strongest ones as well.
I mean, except for anytime there's an Avatar character, they're almost always one of the best characters in the game.
Oh, Mini Bow!
Although Robin is actually, like, that tactician class is actually pretty unique. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of... I don't think you usually get, like, a sort of all-rounder sword magic character. I don't think you get that very often, honestly.
Yeah, there aren't very many of those in Fire Emblem, especially because in the earlier Fire Emblem games, strength and magic... And for the earlier Fire Emblem games, you either only had strength or only had magic. There was no unit that had both.
I mean, it's... Honestly, a tactician class is pretty ridiculous. Because they're kind of an all-rounder class, what kind of ends up happening is you kind of just play them like a mage, except for they have, like, really good defense for no reason. Like, honestly, you don't really use the sword all that much. It's just not as good as just using magic for the most part. Especially because Nosferatu. Especially when you can just buy Nosferatus. Nos tanking is a silly thing that can be done.
You could do it in earlier games as well, but actually, something else I was thinking about. In Fire Emblem Awakening, is there only like one type of magic, or?
Actually, I think you might need to class change. I think you might need to class change Robin to actually do Nos tanking. I think you might need to class change them to Dark Mage, because I don't think Tactician can use Dark Magic.
Okay, there are still multiple types of magic. It's
basically just Dark Magic can only be used by Dark Mages, but otherwise you just get different spells that do different stuff.
All right, I was still used to to old magic system where there's three types of magic. And anima is normal. Dark magic is the one. Magic is probably the best one. It's probably the best one. But the units that use it are only sometimes actually useful. And light magic just kind of sucks, but sometimes, light magic's the opposite, where it kind of sucks, but the units that use it are often surprisingly good.
I don't think Awakening has any light magic.
Not good enough.
It's probably because magic was honestly kind of weirdly boring.
Yep,
Anyway,
and
there's a dead Annette. Well,
Was
she's
she?
okay,
I
not dead,
didn't know.
but defeated Annette.
Oh, I wanted to get her levels, so she got the levels that I wanted her to get. Levels.
Apparently, what people consider the optimal way to play Annette on Maddening in particular is she has like a whole bunch of rally skills that you can just use to buff your allies, and because of how rally works in Three Houses, if you get more than one rally skill, they just all stack with each other, and you can just buff characters. You can just buff like 4 stats at once.
That does sound
And
really
that
nice,
just
actually.
has a ton of rally abilities, so she's really good for just buffing people.
That does actually sound quite useful.
And I think she literally starts with rally strength, and then she just gets a bunch more as you level up her authority skill. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Keep going.
You're good. You're good. You're good. You're
The only
good.
thing I'm sorry, the only thing I can think of when I look at that idle animation is disco.
But Violet is the only character who can't be a dancer.
Oh, you actually can't make Violet the dancer?
Nope.
Yeah, only the class characters can.
Oh yeah, because you have to have them attend a special class to unlock it, right?
You have to win a dance competition.
And you can't put yourself in the dance competition.
Yep.
Correct.
Even if you're really good at dancing, they just won't let you.
Well, all you need is really good charm, where if you tea party a person enough times, they get charm anyway, which is why Hubert won in the Let's Play.
Did Hubert become a fantabulous dancer?
No, I didn't even make him a dancer.
Aw, that's so disappointing. I would love to see Hubert being a dancer.
Well, speaking of which, who are we going to make our dancer in this playthrough?
I don't know.
By the way, Overlord Kirby has something interesting to talk about for Fire Emblem
4. All units have their own money and its own things, plus you cannot trade weapons and items between units to units.
Oh, right.
And that's why I would hate that game.
Although actually, I believe there is like a character skill you can get that allows you to give money to other units, which is extremely useful because that's something you can't normally do.
Yeah, it was really weird to look at other Fire Emblem games and being like, huh, everything I love about Three Houses usually isn't in the Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, Three Houses it's actually a really weird Fire Emblem game. It is not like is very different from most other games in the series.
My god, 4 perfects in a row! And
That's
then
Dimitri for you.
I must make the professor proud.
It was nothing. Of course I got it. No need to butter me up.
Getting this working.
I mean, who would be a good dancer? Who would actually be like a good
To do.
dancer? to do?
Raphael, obviously.
I mean, I think there is an argument for Raphael because he's not that good of a unit. So making him a dancer gives him a solid niche. But I'm not sure if you might have to invest in his charm to make him actually able to do it, which might not be worth it.
Well, all you gotta do is tea-time people 8,000 times.
Yeah, that's 8. That means you spent 8,000 time periods that you could have spent on other things.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, opportunity cost that you have to think
Yeah,
about.
there's an opportunity cost to that.
Because you could, as well, you spent 8,000 tea times with Raphael, you could have been doing that, like whatever other things you wanted.
As far as the units we have, Ash probably fits into a similar boat as to what I just said about Raphael, where
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
think a few
he's
people
really not
make
that
Ash
good.
the dancer.
I'd like you to explain something.
But I don't know if his charm is good.
Three Houses is apparently made by Koei, the same company that
Yeah.
made Dynasty Wars. Is it?
Yeah, I believe this actually runs on that Three Houses actually runs on the Fire Emblem Warriors engine, which is kind of why the animations are so clunky, because it's not very well suited for it's actually not very well suited
Which
for
is why Mercedes is
tactics
definitely
game.
petting this horse.
She's hover-handing the horse.
She's using
They tried,
magic.
okay?
It's fine. Fine, she's using magic.
You don't need to use magic to pet a horse.
What if the horse is all the way over there?
I can do better.
Do you ever want to pet a horse?
Other than you need a petting arrow, a horse petting arrow.
Makes sense to me. Hey guys, who's ready for support hell?
I guess I am. I guess I have to be.
Well, we can't do that one, so we gotta wait.
Felix still hates to do. They don't like each other enough.
Yes, you do have.
This is delicious.
What's the matter? Have I got something on my face?
No, Sylvain. Recently, I've heard rumors about you.
He's heard rumors.
Yeah?
Have you
I've heard rumors about you.
rumors?
I've heard rumors you've been taking all the javelins.
To the girls I date. I don't.
Did I mention how long it took me to realize that on the portrait there, that's supposed to be his hand and not some, like, collar, like jacket collar?
I can't entirely
On the
blame
portrait.
you. It does look like a jacket.
I
It
could
does look
see
like a
how you'd
collar.
make that mistake, but I never did.
Oh, I also heard.
I just wanted to mention it real quick.
And everyone should avoid me.
Where every time I look at it, I think it's that, but then I look at the model and it's like,
Self-awareness.
The way I figure it, if I can't be respected, I can at least be well informed.
If I can't be respected, I can at least be well informed.
Indefensibly worthless.
Indefensibly? That's a bit harsh.
I already knew your reputation concerning women, but these new rumors deprive you of all.
These new rumors deprive you of all redemption.
But I doubt I was believed.
Well, thank you all the same. Listen, you don't need to worry what people think about me. As you well know, it's not easy to correct misunderstandings or change people's minds. And if I'm going to behave so badly, it seems misunderstandings are inevitable.
I could not be silent.
You know, is it just me, or are the Blue Lion supports just
I want you to be seen as a person too.
kind of, like, generally just tend to be, like, a step above the other supports?
something I've realized about the houses is that Blue Lion seems to be more character focused, in story and supports.
Yeah. I
Where
think
it's
that's
like
why
almost every chapter it's focusing on something that actually has to do with the Blue Lions.
Yeah, I think that's why it's such a fan favorite for so many people.
Ah, I've got it. Finally.
See? Isn't it fun to learn?
I found a new mystery Emblem. It was the first game to have character creation before Fire Emblem Awakening. Did it have character creation in the original, or I think, or he might be talking about the Japan only DS remake of it.
I don't know. I don't know anything of Fire Emblems before Awakening. I'm really bad
Wasn't
at
that
them.
also the first Fire Emblem to have casual mode? I think it was.
I think it was, yes, if I remember correctly.
Sorry to hear that.
Thought for the longest time it was Awakening, but nope.
Completely understand.
Awakening was the first one in the US to have casual mode, which started.
Which is why it works so well. Which is why
Oh.
everyone actually played
Among
that
an-
one.
The people
Among
did play
the
the
obvious
older-
reasons of Robin and Lucina eventually being added, being like, hey, we know these characters.
Lots of it. And I didn't have any at
Which
all.
is why Smash Brothers has always been a thing to be like, let's see if the new gimmick, if people like this character or not.
Tirelessly until I finally earned myself a recommendation.
You played the character in Smash, now play their game.
Destiny.
I mean, that would have worked for Roy, except they've never bothered to bring him over.
Now I have other reasons for wanting to keep trying hard. I want to protect all of
And
my
yes,
friends.
Roy is indeed the worst lord in his own game. Partially because he's the only lord in his game, and also because he's just not good in any stretch
I
of the
think
word.
he means he is worse in his game than any other lord is in their game.
I don't know all the Fire Emblem lords. That sounds like it might be the case, but there might be one that just is just that much more on par with him. But he doesn't handle his own game well
So
at
Vane,
all.
stop trying to flirt with the mom.
I'm trying to flirt with.
Oh, this
with
is one of my
Mercedes.
favorites. I love this report.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Like, Mercedes just calls him out so hard, and it's amazing.
You know what? There's no reason.
And he just flounders so hard trying to get back on his feet.
What do you say to that?
Well, if you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the past, always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it.
Such a
Still, I'm glad
savage.
to hear you say that at least.
Also, Mercedes sang in just the sweetest voice.
I
It
know.
makes it hilarious.
You might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What is
Also,
your
I
experience?
don't know which conversation it is, but it has like one of the probably one of the best out of context lines.
Please don't feel the need to
And
hold
Oh, I
back.
think I know what
Fire
you're talking
Emblem.
about.
You need someone to share
Yeah.
your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
This has nothing to do with your crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this? When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do? Here's the short version. I hate crests. Even though having one is supposed to be...
Well, then I guess he won't like the protagonist of Tales of Fantasia.
Miquelon was heir to our house.
That's Crest, you idiot, not Crest.
Because I had a crest. That made my
And
uncle
he's gonna
jealous
really
at the
hate that
time.
kid from Deltarune.
Every feminine foe then wants to have my little crest
That's
baby.
Crest, not Crest.
Oh yeah, the Crest baby line.
There you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up such awful things.
No,
Get married and make crest babies.
I don't want you to see me act that way.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you. Oh, Sylvain, will you save me from the curse of having a crest?
Of course. I think I love you.
It's an amazing
And I
line.
mean that with all my heart.
Oh, it's right here.
You're well perfect.
Let's get married and have crests
It's so good.
Support level B.
And that
think
was
is
how
their
they got
max, I'm
married and
pretty
made
sure.
crest babies.
Oh, that's not their max. Huh.
I do think it's really cool how I do think it's actually really cool how they made Sylvain like the womanizer kind of character, and
Made him good.
it's actually kind of realistic that like he does not have very many S support options with the female characters.
Well, yeah, because he usually doesn't see them that high.
This game has good gameplay story integration. It's very cool. Also,
Never really had to
stuff
think about
like
it too much
Dimitri
before
having the
now.
highest strength growth and breaking and using up more weapon durability because of his crest when he in terms of his like story stuff, he like is known to like accidentally break stuff all the time because he's too strong.
I was not fully aware of that, actually.
Yeah, like he like keeps breaking stuff because he's too strong, and his crest makes it so he does when it activates, he does extra damage, but it also costs double durability for that attack. I do find it slightly frightening to think about the fact that Dimitri legitimately has superhuman strength, and yet Edelgard's strength growth is only like 5 or 10 lower than his. I'm like, how strong is this woman?
This looks delicious.
This is my.
Well, it works when you realize she's Mitsuru. But yeah, that is incredible. But yeah, that is pretty incredible.
I mean, she doesn't also have Dimitri's crest on top of that, but
Yeah, you just get it, Professor.
still, Edelgard's a monster.
Yeah, I do know that. That's why I picked it.
Depending on who you ask at the fandom, I'm sure there's at least a few people who would say Edelgard's a monster. In
absolutely.
literal sense.
Edelgard is probably the single most controversial character in this game.
It's pretty much the make or break of do you like the Black Eagles route or not?
Professor, what? I have a professor you... Thank you. I apologize for the wait.
Well, we got a hot take right here in the chat from Overlord Kirby. Fire Emblem Three Houses is better than Fire Emblem Fates because the story sucks, but the gameplay is fine. Are you just gonna touch that one?
I think the story in Three Houses. Oh, are you saying the Three Houses story sucks but the gameplay is fine, or Fate's story sucks but the gameplay is fine?
I'm assuming he's saying that Fire Emblem Three Houses is better, so I'm assuming that he means that Fire Emblem Three Houses the story sucks but the gameplay is fine. Unlike Fire Emblem Fates, if I had to guess, in the way he looks at it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what he's saying.
And then care for my swords and spears.
I
think that Three Houses is just very hit or miss with this story. I think in some places the story is really good, and in other places it's really bad.
Is my smile passable at present?
If that makes sense. I think it makes some really really dumb slip-ups, but in other places, I think the story is actually really, really good.
Is something the matter?
So,
So it is.
I don't know. That's my opinion. I think the gameplay, I kind of agree the gameplay is fine. Like, it's kind of an unbalanced mess in a lot of ways, but that's part of what makes it fun.
Thank you for the treat. I had a wonderful time.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, the story. Okay, he was talking about Fates. The Fates story definitely sucks. From what I've heard, I haven't played Fates. From what I've heard and seen, it seems like the gameplay is like
I've heard if there is whatever.
fine in
Thanks.
Birthright, a bit worse in Revelation, and most people seem to think the gameplay is actually really good in Conquest. That's what
I guess the difference is that Revelation is the weird route they introduced later that tries to resolve everything with a happy ending. Birthright is the standard route, and Conquest is the one that's closer to old Fire Emblem, where you can't just grind whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I don't know how
why I
to talk to
know.
Didu.
You fail.
I do think it's really funny that
It was
in
delicious.
speedruns of, I think it's a Black Eagle speedruns, they had like this, like in most speedruns, they were like, okay, we need a dancer. We'll just use Flayn because Flayn has enough charm. You get her for free. We're not really using her for anything else. We'll just make her the dancer. And then they realized, wait, we don't get Flayn in Black Eagles. What do we do? So they had to like figure out who they're gonna do for their dancer, use for their dancer, and they're like, okay, we're gonna have to like replace one of our. We're gonna have to like train a unit to be able to be the dancer. That's gonna be a huge pain and stuff. And then they're like, or we're gonna have to like recruit someone, but recruiting people is a huge pain. It's gonna be this really annoying thing. How are we gonna handle this? And then they suddenly realize the man in front of us. If you play as female Byleth, you can recruit him for free with no. You don't have
Yep,
to do
Sylvain's
anything.
immediately agreeable. What a
And
shock.
it turns out he has enough charm base to become your dancer. So they just recruit Sylvain for free and make him their dancer.
So female Byleth is the best Byleth for speedrunning purposes.
Well, she's also
Yeah,
just
I think-
the best Byleth.
I mean, female Byleth I think is generally considered better in general because the only differences are you can recruit Sylvain for free and the restricted classes are different. The gender locked classes are different, and
Thanks for your
the
hospitality.
female gender locked classes are better.
What are the gender locked classes actually?
I think there's like the brawling classes are male exclusive. I know the Pegasus line is female exclusive. There's probably a couple others that I'm not thinking of, but
Okay, so either you can punch stuff or flying units, which are generally being considered very high tier in Fire Emblem.
This one, yes?
flyers are
I think this one, yes?
flyers are really, really good in 3,000.
Actually, it's making me think a little bit that like why is Damien going for brawling in this case? He just
brawling
really
is fun.
want to.
I mean, you can do brawling just fine. You just can't use the like brawling specific classes. But you can like use brawling weapons and they work just fine. They're still
And as long as you get good
really
strength
weapon.
growths, then you don't really need to worry about what class you're actually in.
I mean, gauntlets are basically like a discount brave weapon that you can use at like the beginning of the game. They're really good.
Alright, and do they remain good throughout the whole game?
Pretty much. Like because they're almost always Like they're way less expensive than using a brave weapon, but you still basically get almost the full benefit. It's just their might isn't super great. But the effect of having a brave weapon is just really powerful in a lot of cases. So I haven't played enough. I haven't played enough Fire Emblem Engage to decide which one I prefer. I like Engage a lot so far, but I'm only on like chapter 13.
And Damien's still on like chapter 7 last time I checked. He might have played it more since then, though.
Nope, I've still stopped around the point where you get Anna.
Yeah,
I
I've
did,
been
like,
playing a
one
bunch of
DLC.
Octopath Traveler 2, so I've been kind of stalled on Engage for a little bit.
There's too many good games coming out around the same time.
Well, it's March, so that's how it always works.
I misheard you and thought you said Marth for a second.
The Fire Emblem brain rot has begun.
What do you mean it's begun? It's already started. It's already completed.
No, that's the Persona brain rot.
I think the Fire Emblem brain rot got to Joel a while ago as well, and maybe a little bit to me as well. So why does the Pope? Oh, does the Pope know how to brawl?
Overlord Kirby. Now between Fire Emblem Free Houses and Fire Emblem Engage, I like Engage better because no school fillers, the return of weapons advantage, which what a Fire Emblem game should have been.
Yeah, I really like how they implemented the weapon triangle in Engage. The break mechanic is so cool. I really like
So
it.
besides for Rhea, does anyone else teach brawling?
I don't remember. I don't remember if Alois does.
Yeah,
Possibly.
Alois might.
Hey there, Professor.
Gary! Me, abduct Flayn!
You really believe I did that? No, that's just because of my dumb jokes. She says that they're not very good.
I relate. We're kindred souls.
Okay, he does learn punching. Good.
Gary!
Thank you.
What? All right.
But yeah, my opinion on Three Houses has for a while has been like, I really like Three Houses for what it is, and there are probably a few things in it that I kind of would like to see in future Fire Emblem games, but I don't really want to see. I don't really want to see the Three Houses mechanics become like the standard of the series.
It was nice for a change, but it's not something that should be the norm, is what you mean, right?
Yeah. I really like Three Houses for what it is, but I want Fire Emblem to... I don't want it to be what Fire Emblem is from now on.
You don't want Fire Emblem to become discount Persona, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I guess maybe that's a little harsh to describe it, but
I will say the like time management mechanics are definitely a lot better in Persona. Like, there's definitely a problem in Three Houses, especially later in the game, where it's like, I have so many activity points, and I have nothing to do with them because there's just not enough activities to do in the game.
Yeah, really, if you're not just getting supports by eating, then you're not really doing much with them.
Yeah. And even then, I've literally run out of people to eat meals with and still had like 2 or 3 activity points.
Well, that's why they added stuff like the sauna and such.
Did they add the sauna in like an update or something?
Yeah, that was one of the things with the free update of the first DLC. It added Yuritsa and that.
And I think probably I think it added a couple new quests maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Or
Your writing's already.
Let's coordinate our efforts.
All right, let's do this.
Yes, there are some positives to the three houses idea. Not the least which being that that it gives a lot of freedom to do dumb things. You could make literally everybody use bows if you really wanted to.
yeah, I do think that Three Houses might have gone a little too far.
Your Highness.
It might have gone a little too far with how much freedom you can.
Yeah, it's the
do with
problem
your
that
character.
I had, because that was one of my favorite parts, was that I could technically turn anyone into anything, and then I go into other Fire Emblems and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think kind of the problem though is it does make the characters feel less distinct from each other, because it's like it's like if I play this, if I like make Dimitri and I make Ash both a Wyvern Rider, there's a little bit of a difference, but they basically play almost exactly the same. Like, it's just Dimitri's stats will be a little different, and he might have like a combat art that Ash doesn't have or something. But like, they play almost exactly the same.
However, that is not the case here.
Overlord Kirby, don't get me wrong, I love Fire Emblem Free Houses, but the game drags due to school filler. I still haven't beat the game, and I did beat Fire Emblem Engage, mostly because it's just one route. Well, you don't have to use the school filler, though.
You
really don't.
Yeah, but you get like you get a it is a major disadvantage to not do it though.
If you just skip every single explore section, it's a
if you skip every explore section, you are severely hamstringing yourself.
Really, the
Like,
only thing
how
I see
severely?
that you'd miss mostly is supports. Where honestly, if you
miss
really want the
supports, you miss
supports,
gardening is a huge deal.
Yeah, but really, you don't need
level,
to.
Which makes you don't get as much professor level, which makes you not get as much training, so characters don't get their skills and abilities as fast. It's a big deal, actually. It makes a huge difference.
But being honest, if you don't really care about supports or anything and just care about training, you really can just run to the person and then just leave. You don't have to talk to every single person.
Yeah, you don't have to talk to everyone, but it still does take a long time.
I mean, just look at the pink-haired one that I've been avoiding literally every single time.
Precisely.
Even if
We
you're
will not speak
speeding
the
through
name
it,
of.
it does still take up like, even if you're speeding through it, it still takes up probably like 40% of your playtime. Even if you're doing it like as quickly as you can while still trying to do all the stuff that's useful.
Would you like to train with me?
Yeah, the life sim stuff is nice. It's just very love it or hate it affair.
Well, it's supposed to be that kind of deal where it's like, it's supposed to be the kind of deal where it's a break between all the fights and such.
Yeah. But I think again, like a Persona comparison, I think there's just not enough interesting stuff. There's not enough interesting. There's a small enough number of interesting things to do that it gets pretty repetitive after a while, because you're kind of just doing the same things over and over, as opposed to in like say Persona 5 where you, especially because in Persona 5 you can't like. You're almost restricted from doing this. You can very rarely actually. It's not actually very efficient to just do the same thing every single day for a long time. And half the time you literally can't, because it's like if I want to hang out with Ryuji all the time, he's only available like twice a week. So I have to find something else to do on the other days.
Yeah.
So you're doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, even though it sounds ridiculous that Ren can only do 2 things a day, but it actually works to the game's favor, where you have to actually, like, time manage.
Yeah. You have to do actual time management, and also it doesn't take up too much of your time, as opposed to this where you can do like 10 things a day at maximum. But by the way, I was gone for a minute. My dog was making constant dog noises. I had to go check if there was actually something happening, but thankfully there wasn't.
Yeah, it's just dog being dog then.
Doggo is doggo.
No big surprise.
Does Dimitri and Sylvain like anything? Okay.
You know what, Professor? His Highness here is the most stubborn guy I know.
Now, Sylvain, why not go ahead and eat?
Footage of Damien trying to find something. Footage of Damien's grandma trying to find something that I'll eat. That both me and him will eat.
You guys have like vastly different tastes between each other.
It's
No,
mostly
Joel's just
I'm a
really
very
picky.
eater.
Like what kind of picky?
He only likes cheese like half the time, so if there's cheese on it, he might not eat it at all. Except if it's like certain ones.
It's I don't think I can explain it, so it's just kind of like,
he doesn't like peanut butter.
I've had that cheese. My stomach doesn't agree with that cheese in that context. Like, it's literally like, this cheese in this context doesn't agree with me. It's very specific and case by case, and it's very annoying.
I can imagine.
Well, I was too scared to even look. I couldn't bear the thought of fighting.
At the very least, I can often, like, look at something or smell something, and half the time I can tell from that whether it's going to be a problem.
Anyway, since we don't actually get any activity points for the last one, we actually will do an early clear of this.
Beyond here is Jared's room.
Oh, they do actually warn you before you do it.
Yeah. Honestly, this is the biggest problem as well with free houses, where it's like you always have to do the mission at the end of the month. Like, let's be honest, if this was Persona, you could do it on the first day and then just have the month.
Yeah, and it is kind of... This is a miss in gameplay story integration, where it's like... Does it really make sense that that all the major events of the game happen at the end of the month, and you can actually wait throughout the entire month before you go and solve this problem? It doesn't really make sense.
So yeah, Professor Manuel has just been dead on the floor for like a whole month. It's fine.
He's probably dead because he didn't bother to go in there and help her for like weeks.
She needs medical attention immediately.
I think she needed medical attention weeks ago.
I see it behind that shelf. Could it be a secret passage?
Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. Through the monastery. Secret, 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 secret tunnel.
Don't just stand there. Help me carry her.
You know, here we discovered, we discovered our Lord Kirby's real motivation. Persona 3 and 4 and 5 at least let me go fight because I want souls.
Yep.
What should we do, Professor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
you
really
just
want,
really
you can
like
just be like,
beating
I'm
the
gonna
hell
go
out of
fight
shadows.
things, and fight some more things. Fight. Yeah, yeah, you can like go and fight on your own terms in Persona. is another thing. Well, in Three Houses,
There are sounds coming
you
from
have to sit at the monastery for a month, and then you have to do the fight, and then you have to sit at the monastery for another month.
Man, it's a good thing that during this war, all of them happen on the 31st of the month. All the battles happen on the 31st of the month.
What is this place? It's so... Ah! I see someone. I think they're unconscious.
It's so bad.
Yes, I see Flayn. But
And that is
who is this
delightful.
other person?
Professor, someone's coming from farther in. That's Scythe. Is that the knight who attacked the Holy Mausoleum?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this damn.
Hey, here's another awkward gameplay versus story thing where it's like, oh look, he's standing right in front of us, and he's like, it's time for us to fight.
And then you're gonna fight, and he's gonna be across the
And then
enemy,
he's-
enemy
And
across
then he's
the map.
halfway across the map and doesn't attack you unless
Behind
you move
locked
over the stage.
So
doors.
did he just run
Oh,
away
right.
as soon as the loading screen started?
I
So
will
it's
enjoy
time
this.
for us to fight. behind this door.
Lock the door! Lock the door! Okay, I'm ready! Literally all behind like three something like 1, 2 locked doors. He just was like, I will enjoy this. Yes, I will enjoy this.
Why can't I stop laughing at this?
By the way, fun
Oh, yeah,
fact,
this-
he's fastest chapter in the speedrun where it's like, warp, dead, the end.
Actually, did they use? Maybe they use Warp now. I know that at some point they
just
just like
boop.
recruited Shamir and had Shamir shoot him through the wall.
Just right here, just.
Yep.
Oh! Well, that was easy.
But Shamir, when you recruit her, is like just barely
Okay,
strong
now you
enough
have
beat
to
him.
go through my maze. Wait, how are you doing this?
If you want to find your friends, solve my maze.
Hi, Anna. Wait, have you been down here the whole time?
Of course she
I'm
has.
back soon.
Or 25 turns pass.
Looks like death.
What the
You'll-
frick happens in 25 turns? Battle
And that
Royale
looks like
Caloron
death
Flayn
itself.
explodes?
There's something strange about the flooring at the end of the corridor. Something might.
Oh yes, the part that doesn't even matter.
Well, it matters if you don't kill the Death Knight, because then you have to kill those guys over there.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you fight the Death Knight? And
He's
also,
playing
this
a
is
Madden
one of the
mode and he's hard.
also this is one of the easy one of the routes where the entire point of this map is hilarious, where it's like you gotta beat the enemies to get the keys, or just send Ash over there.
Stay focused.
Oh.
Punchy.
Each battle, a chance to
Brits.
It was an unnecessary degree of force.
I just realized I have Linhard Ferdinand here because I didn't check on who was actually coming.
Well...
As long as they don't steal any XP, who cares?
Yeah,
We'll just leave 'em
just
there.
keep them there. They'll be fine.
Doesn't matter.
They'll be fine. Anyway,
But
this
don't
actually
you-
makes
don't you
Ash a
know?
priority to survive.
And then the Death Knight uses rewarp to go through the wall and murders them.
But... Doesn't
And then for
seem
some
like
reason the
that'd
game
be-
switches to classic mode and they're dead forever.
Steal myself.
Oh no, the
Or
people
they
who I'm
become a
already
loose
done
condition
with.
for no apparent reason.
I'll go.
And he steals all of your divine pulses for no reason.
How the frick did he do all this?
And the game also immediately saves in the middle of the battle over your last save file.
What the hell?
Oh, that reminds me that the game does have a
I'm sure they'll be fine.
This game does have a problem in maddening mode where you can actually get soft locked on maddening mode.
Go, Ferdinand!
The first chapter of part 2, for some reason they decided, yeah, we're going to make it so you don't get any battle preparation. You don't get any battle preparation since the last map. So whatever stuff you have in your character's inventory, that's what they're stuck with. We're also going to class change your lord automatically without your permission. So they're not going to be the class that you want them to be. And we're also going to...
What the frick?!
What?
Ferdinand is actually winning!
I mean, he's the same level as it.
I literally have not touched him in this whole playthrough, but he's still
Maybe he
winning.
deserves a permanent spot on the team, huh?
Oh, I already used him.
Did you recruit him at the very beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Or did you recruit him? Huh. I don't know how he got to level 11.
Because he's been an adjutant enough times, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would do it. If he's an adjutant, then he's getting some XP. I think that's more so just says how over-leveled the rest of your party is.
What do you mean? We're not over-leveled.
You're double the enemy level. You're the same
I'm the same level as the Death
Knight.
Knight. What's the problem? Shouldn't you be the same level as the boss?
No, and especially not the Death Knight.
Yeah, the Death Knight's isn't the Death Knight supposed to be the guy where it's like, oh man, you can't possibly beat that guy?
I mean, it's more like he's really tough, and you get a bonus reward if you can pull it off.
I guess that's
which I've got in every playthrough.
Because it's not actually that hard on normal.
Must be awful losing to me.
He just gained an entire level from pulling that fight off.
Well, yeah, he's level 8.
Some kind of contraption has been activated.
Some kind of contraption has been activated. I remember I saw that dialogue and was like, oh no, there's traps, and then I realized, oh no, it's just, they just give you terrain bonuses. It's literally the opposite.
Has no effect on flyers.
Stuff. Things.
I bet these two can do it all by themselves.
I'm just gonna have them clear this whole half. While the other guys go after the Death Knight.
Who apparently is Overlord Kirby, according to him in the chat.
Yep.
He really wanted to be the Death Knight.
Well, yeah, he gets souls that way.
Just give up.
I don't know why that Flame Emperor soldier attacked Sylvain instead of someone else who he could actually damage.
Well, simple. The AI are stupid.
Usually they're not that stupid. Usually they're at least smart enough to be like... Usually they're at least smart enough to be like, I do more damage to this guy. Let me attack this guy. Sure, they don't really take into account how much damage they're taking in return, but they usually at least are like, I do good damage. Maybe I should hit this person.
Yeah, usually they go for damage without considering hit rate. That's usually what they do.
I think that they might use hit rates as like a tiebreaker kind of thing, more or less. And they also tend to prefer attacking someone who can't counterattack, which is their one time they're actually taking into account a sense of self-preservation.
And I love 28 crit.
Yeah, so as far as I can tell, the targeting goes like, are there any targets who can't counterattack? If so, go for the one who takes the most damage. Otherwise, go for the one who takes the most damage, regardless of hit rate.
They also will, if they can kill someone, they'll almost always go for that.
Yes, they'll
No matter how bad the hit rate is.
The AI is really spiteful and eightful in Fire Emblem. They will go for a 1% chance to kill someone over a 95% chance to deal damage.
Let's see them handle this.
Nice use of a gambit.
Well, it still stops him, actually.
Oh, what? He's like sort of stunned for a bit.
Yeah.
49 hit.
Whoops. Oh well.
Oops. Oh well.
He still got speed. That's the important stat. Or at least one of them.
Good job, Petra.
You got speed.
Yeah, she gets tons of speed though. She probably wants strength more.
Sufficient.
Fun fact, student characters in Three Houses automatically get at least 2 stat bonuses on level up.
Yeah, I think I'd heard about that when someone was trying to modify the game for 0% growth run, is that it's hard coded to always give you at least 2 stat increases per level.
Yeah, but it's actually only for the student characters and maybe Byleth.
Yeah, because there are a few times where people have seen teachers that get not, and it's really bizarre.
Yeah, the church characters can actually just not get anything on level up.
Which is really bizarre looking.
I remember when it first happened in Nico B, and he like just sat there staring at the screen for like 5 seconds before it finally hit him.
Where's my stat increases?
That's the neat part.
Shamir, what have you done?
Wait, that was on Shamir? What the frick?
Yeah, he got nothing on Shamir.
What the hell?
It happens.
That guy's is just hiding in there from you, and you still open the door to come kill him anyway.
Of course.
Be gone.
He was just hiding from you. I mean, he was just shaking in his boots in fear, and you still came in and killed him for no reason.
He's an evil.
He did it for the experience. He's gotta go for the experience.
I'm
sure he's probably gonna die.
Damien really wanted the EXP.
She might get some XP. She also will probably die.
She'll be fine.
Unless she might not even get XP if the archers go for her first. Because I'm with that many guys, there's gotta be at least one archer.
She'll be fine.
Actually, when we're talking about EXP and stuff, that's like spoilers for Undertale if anyone cares about it.
We know Kirby doesn't.
Where they reveal what love stands for? I actually got a chance to take a look at what the Spanish fan translation does, and it was surprisingly intelligent what they did.
See, I told you she'd be fine!
I forgot that she's 10 levels over leveled, I'm sorry.
See, I told you she'd be fine, worrywart.
And also that probably half those characters that are supposedly going for her can't actually reach her. Because there's
well, they could have, but then the guy pushed her away.
Well, I guess that's probably the case.
Oh, I could have hit that guy.
What should I do?
Yeah, love in the actual game stands for level.
Yeah,
of
good
violence.
job, Bernie.
they directly translated it to Amor, but that doesn't quite what the same acronym, but they had to translate the acronym part as well, and they had to translate the fact that well, it's like LV is short for love. Instead, that doesn't work in Spanish, so instead they made it level of Amor, like Nivel de Amor. And they made Amor stand for amenaza de Immortalidad, I believe, if I remember correctly. Basically, instead of level of
Ferdinand is on a rampage.
Yes. Ferdinand is just killing everybody. His Nivel de Amor is increasing very
He just
much.
randomly picked up a bow and it works.
Yeah, that's you play this game on Madding mode, you will quickly realize, let's just give everyone bows. Bows are good.
Give
So
everyone range.
So you're saying his bow only isn't a huge challenge later on?
No, not really.
I guess maybe that's why there's two.
Because in 3 houses they did make it so once you reach like D rank in bows, you get a skill that makes it so you can counter at 1 range. Not to mention the mini bow exists, which is a 1/2 range bow.
I see.
It's probably a good call in Engage to make it so the mini bow is just a 1 range bow instead.
As I was actually about to think about what would a 1 range bow look like?
It looks like the mini bow in Fire Emblem Engage.
What should I do?
To me, I was thinking of a bow that actually just has like a bayonet attached to it or something.
Mark wasn't with you.
You just stab someone with the arrow when it's in the bow.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Just Legolas all over the fools.
Here goes.
I loved when he said it was Legolas in time and Legolas all over them.
Yep, there's Kirby being like, Undertale. I hate Undertale. Undertale is stupid and lame.
So yeah, if we ever do stream Undertale, he won't be here. So if we ever want to have a stream, if for some reason we want to stream without him, we can just go stream Undertale.
It's like we needed to get rid of Kirby Omega. Just stream Undertale for 5 minutes and he'll leave. No one tell them that we're going to switch back.
You're right, I should switch over to Undertale. I have like 3 copies of this thing.
It seems like you share his opinion of Undertale, based on that.
Seems I prevail.
Yeah, 3 copies of Undertale, that means I hate it.
I mean, looks at League of Legends players.
The League of Legends players are infamous for absolutely hating the game.
I hate this game with every fiber of my being.
Just
I'm gonna play it for 5 hours
to die,
today.
and then they somehow lived. Love it.
You're out of luck.
They've proven their worth, haven't they?
Yeah, they already proved their worth in the previous part of the Let's Play, though. Anyway, Ash, you ready to run? And by that I mean probably die?
I mean, if you put someone in front of him, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I love Chris.
Dorothea is still a commoner at level 15.
Yep. Yeah, what's the problem?
Thanks.
Who the hell are you?
I don't even know who you are.
Zap. Zap.
Another whip.
Zappy! Oh my gosh! Oh no, I thought that was the Death Knight for a second.
Just 20 damage against the Death Knight. It's fine.
Doesn't he have 2 range?
All right, I forgot I killed everyone. Well, no fighting the Death Knight, I guess.
You're having a bit too much fun.
You'll have more opportunities to play soon.
Oops. Guess I don't get to fight the Death Knight.
He lives and runs away to fight another day.
We will cross paths again. I am the Flame Emperor.
Man, I wonder who it is.
Reforge the world.
I mean, I think it's very obvious who the Flame Emperor is. It's clearly Mercedes.
Where did they go?
It's Ferdinand.
Isn't the Flame Emperor? Isn't that the guy from Avatars?
I am Flame Emperor
No, that's
von
the Fire
Iron.
Lord.
We
Completely different.
need
I
all
see
the
you
help
guys
we can
stream
get if we're
Undertale or
going to
any
defeat
games
the
might be
Father
Toby
Lord.
Fox for having his games or not having EXP or no kills just to get the best ending was the worst. That's not how I play an RPG game. I won't show up on stream. What if he did music in the game? Does that mean you won't show up if I do Pokemon Scarlet?
Well, I mean, he might not show up for that for different reasons, namely boycotting game that is unfinished. Because some people do that.
Oh no, an open world game is unfinished. Meanwhile, we support Bethesda still.
People generally aren't supporting Bethesda quite as much.
She was unconscious at the end of that secret passage.
Not helped by the whole Fallout 76 thing.
We almost had him.
But then we killed everyone else, and he got bored.
Hey, we killed everyone else and then he ran away.
No, Flame Emperor was like, oh shit, they might actually kill this guy.
I'm sorry, Professor. I'm so relieved I suddenly felt weak. I couldn't be happier with how things turned out. And I imagine no one will be more overjoyed than Seteth. Hey, Professor. Can you make that expression?
Music is fine. Toby's games just suck.
Watch out, them's fighting words on the internet.
I don't think I've ever
Aw,
seen
you
a
like
face
smiles.
I apologize. I've forgotten myself and come dangerously close to teasing you. It's just... I've never seen you look so happy before.
It begins. Ship, ship, ship.
Well, I mean, this is what we're going for.
Are you actually going for it?
Yeah.
This is your ship?
This is my OTP.
Professor,
Well,
please allow me to
one of
express
my
my
OTPs, I should say.
Meanwhile, my
My
OTP
two
is a
lions
certain other one, but we can't date him until the 4th playthrough.
thankful I am.
Soon, my boy. Soon, Josija. You will be mine.
Josija?
Yeah, Josija. Claude.
Oh. I didn't realize is that like his last name or something?
Yeah, Josija. No, Josija is the...
Josija.
No, Josija is the actor.
Oh.
Yeah. His last
I had
name
no
is
idea.
Von Regan.
He is the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the Elite Regan. Now tell me who you are. I'm Claude. Claude of the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the Elite Regan. The Elite Regan is dead.
And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motive.
Meanwhile, I just looked outside and it's like, oh look, white.
I believe the enemy may have been after Flayn's blood.
No.
Through her veins
Just
especially.
looked outside the window and
It is
it's like,
extremely
oh,
rare.
a lot of wind and snow.
Extremely dangerous.
Yep.
If enemies who were
It's
I
present
remember.
normal.
I looked outside and remembered. Oh right, that's why Joel's not here in
Oh,
person.
right. You live in. All right. You live in Michigan.
Right.
Flayn, what are you doing here? You should be
Yes, we are
resting.
having a blizzard in March. What's the problem, everyone? Welcome to
That-
Michigan.
Yeah, that is the reason why we're streaming with all three of us together instead of recording stuff.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be better for the
Because
two of
Joel
us to
can't.
work
Oh, because Joel did not feel like he could reasonably
Well, he
safely
could.
make
Well,
it.
he could make it. It was getting back that was the problem. At 11 p.m. was the problem after 7 inches falls.
Hmm.
I see your point.
It was the 7 inches afterward would be the problem.
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class?
I'm still not using you.
Because with a professor like you nearby,
But she would be a good dancer.
I see.
That's nice. I'll see that in the church route.
Have a good point. Professor,
Where I'll use the church people, and it'll actually be a challenge for me.
everything about you.
Then again, I'll probably also use the DLC characters during that route.
I trust you. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flayn's safety?
Flayn is probably like one of the best dancer options for Blue Lions, honestly.
help but wonder
But
what the story is
Oh
about.
yeah, you get her for free.
you get her for free,
Or the uniform of the
and
academy.
like
But who is she?
you're basically not. She basically has enough charm by default, so you don't have to invest in her at all.
Yeah, you
And
don't need to have her guzzle down a gallon of tea. Her
and
body
she
weight in
doesn't.
tea.
And it doesn't really affect her anything else that she'd normally be doing. Like you basically like is basically instead of healing all the
Monica is
time,
the
now she
is the
just
student of the
dances most of the
Officers
time and heals as
Academy.
a
She
backup
is the leader
character,
of
and
the
Mercedes does
of
most
the
of work.
literature club.
Last year's class. She went missing
But will you
just
promise to
before
spend the
she
most time with her?
No, you literally can't.
Something might have happened to her in the monastery. We assumed she had run away. I never dreamed that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once.
Wow,
Wow,
now that house has free members.
So we must remain cautious.
Man, they're really growing.
However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
Man, I was so excited for Monica to be playable in Fire Emblem Three Hopes.
Next month.
And then she simped.
She is. It's not my problem isn't that she's a simp. My problem is that there is nothing to her character outside of her being a simp. That is her entire character.
Meanwhile, we like Fran.
Well, because
We like
that
Fran?
game doesn't take itself seriously.
Meanwhile, we like the Divine
The
Dragon.
Folded
Sims.
games take themselves generally fairly seriously, so having a character who is extremely one note, worshipping character is funny and engaged. In Three Hopes, it just
Among Us.
gets old very fast and it's annoying.
I see.
And elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead.
Really sus.
They also had the audacity to give her one of the best character designs in the game as well. So it's like, she's incredible and she's such a great character, except for her actual character. Like, she looks cool, she's a cool voice acting. I was excited to play her because she was like because she was like mentioned but didn't really appear in this game and didn't do all that much. Spoilers, I guess. But we already know that because we already did a playthrough.
Part 1.
Oh boy, time for the hardest battle with the Black Eagles. All two of them.
I mean, it does.
This is
It
gonna be fun.
replaces all the other ones with generic versions that have worse stats.
Which will be hilarious by the time we get to the 4th playthrough and literally everyone's in the golden deer.
Fear the deer.
The battle of the eagle and lion is finally upon us. This is our chance to show off the results of your expert training.
You see, it's not over-leveling, it's expert training.
Are we sure about that?
reduced support at that exact moment. Everything's intentional here at Bowser Galaxy 10.
Much like the one we had during the Great Tree Moon. Do you remember, Professor?
I remember when Dimitri got really
And then
drunk.
the Dimitri got went back up. And it'd be great if we actually saw it.
In other words, far removed from the monastery. It's a mock battle between the three houses. The house that defeats the most opponents wins.
Your Highness, if the rumors are true, I believe Professor Manuela and Professor Hanneman will not be joining us.
Have you heard the rumors?
Nope.
No, don't say that, they'll become true.
This isn't Persona 2.
It's already true.
I've heard a rumor that Banjo Free is out soon.
See the kids in action.
Professor Manuela.
It's not working.
Thanks to all of you, but I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see
I
me
heard a rumor that Kairu will be useful in Kingdom Hearts 4.
No, you didn't need to see the collapse part. You just said you just have to stop that sentence at burden.
Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily or at all.
Unfortunately, Manuela is not a bad unit. She's not fantastic, but she's not bad.
Oh, well, I guess I'll see
Mostly
once I get
because she
through
learns
church
warp.
and go the church route.
She's one of the characters who learns warp.
Oh no, Manuela doesn't like me. Oh no, I'm so
Oh, tragedy.
sad.
Tragedy of tragedies.
True tragedy.
The greatest tragedy in all of three houses. What about the tragedy of Dusk? The greatest tragedy.
Oh, fishing tournament.
What tournament?
Fishing tournament.
This monastery is more dangerous than
You know, the Flayn's Fantastic Fishing Fun.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Oh
was
no, are we gonna do fishing?
Which, fun fact, I loved that part when I uploaded it because like 2 minutes after I uploaded it, there was a fishing channel that posted a comment on it. Like literally like 2 minutes later. It was the fastest I'd ever seen a comment go on my channel. And it was from some fishing person.
Air.
Want to know something?
Want to know something? I hate fishing. Actually, I feel like Bernie would probably like fishing.
It's a pretty solitary habit. She would probably like it.
I kind of imagine it as like one of her bonding activities with Aloise if you were built their support.
Aww. I can't wait to see that. Must be
Bernie
adorable
Aloise is
looking.
adorable.
Good point. Hey, shorty. And then I'm murdered by fire late in the night.
Why is she using fire when she can use dark spikes?
Because then they'll know who
Or
did
Meyer.
it.
She can make you super. She can use miasma to give you COVID.
As I said, then they'll know who did it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Meanwhile, if you shoot fire at someone, who's even gonna know who it is?
Yeah, because everybody. That's a good point. Because everybody learns fire when they're a mage. You get fire for free as a mage.
As
So
I
it could
said.
be anyone who's a mage.
As I said. Why
We
would
can
she
even
tell?
class change the mage to relearn fire. It could be anyone.
Could be Gilbert.
Besides, told you, we're to have a fishing tournament.
Major
Given
Gilbert.
the events of the last month, I believe this is just the sort of distraction we need, staff and student alike.
More like minor Gilbert because he
I'm
sucks.
afraid I'm not one for such festivities. I do enjoy a spot of fishing, though. I believe it best that I stick to quietly fishing by myself.
I think Gilbert will probably be the only one that I actually use during Blue Lions instead of waiting for Church Route because it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean you get him. It's like you get him automatically for free in Blue Lion, so it makes
Yeah,
sense
where it's
to
like
use
I
him.
think it makes sense to use him for this.
I mean, then
round
again,
instead of...
we also get Flayn for free. So
Yeah, but Flayn.
maybe not the best argument.
Probably not.
Yeah, but Gilbert also has a certain comparison with a certain other Blue Lion. So I think it'll work out anyway.
Holding such a frivolous and downright ridiculous event so close to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? It's absolutely absurd. Although, they did say we could eat whatever we catch. I'm a sucker for a good meal.
I was going to say it was stupid, but then I realized food.
Delicious.
Welcome to the
So yeah,
Okay, I thought for a second I got a trout by talking to Shamir. She just gave me a random fish.
Hey, I found this fish.
Here, you still you
Eat
make
it.
good use of
It's
this.
delicious.
Here, eat this.
Use this.
Oh, so you're taking part.
Use this wisely.
Friendly competition. Catch the same kind of fish as me, and we'll compare the
Competition.
biggest wins.
Why do I hear boss music?
Oh, are you taking part in the fishing tournament? Let's put your skills to the test. Whoever can catch the
Oh yeah,
biggest one of
yachts
these fish
exist.
wins.
I like him.
Why don't we have some fun with this? A little contest.
He's kind of boring.
I'm pretty indifferent to Ignots.
Whoever catches the
I
bigger
like him.
Probably
He's
because I
just kind of
forget he
boring.
exists most of the time. But honestly, even when I remember him, I'm like, he's fine.
Well, that's
I
me and
guess.
Ingrid. I completely forget she exists at all.
So you are joining the fishing tournament?
That was me for a while, but I think she has some pretty good interactions and supports in Blue Lions, and then I played the heck out of her in Three Hopes. So
Yeah, she kind of grew on you after a
Yeah.
little while.
Friendly competition. Let's see who can catch the biggest fish. There's no way.
and then there's Raphael, who somehow is the one trick. He's somehow the one trick.
I haven't even
character
fished Overlord
in
Kirby.
3 Houses.
I
And
have not
somehow
even
he's
fished.
still great.
Catching of the same fish type and do comparisons.
Yeah, he's already saying your fish sucks, Damien.
I haven't even caught one yet.
I think he might be. Maybe he's referring to the one that Shamir supposedly gave you.
Mighty fish. Just you wait and see. But they haven't been biting.
And also, there's a long message here that none of us
What's
read so far about about his opinions on Toby Fox's games.
Have you thought about entering? Maybe you and I could have a little friendly competition. I just caught this fish here. Why don't you try catching a bigger one of the same type?
You have to get a 4-star fish.
I must admit I am quite excited. I cannot recall the type of fish I was hoping to dine on. So, if you do manage to catch a fish, do you mind bringing it for me to see?
You must find the ultimate aquatic creature.
Fish.
Oh, it's only a small fish.
Yeah, you should have waited for a large or gigantic fish shadow.
You get 3 stars.
I already beat a few people.
For it. Now. Giant
Giant
fish
fish.
shadow. You failed! You didn't get perfect!
Well,
It's not necessarily have to be
don't forget that I have a bit of a latency because of the capture card. Sir.
Excuses.
Is there additional latency from the capture card?
There's usually like at least like a split second one. Anyway, there's the one she actually wants.
Well, I guess you win the tournament technically.
But I have 47 bait left.
You're just gonna keep fishing until you run out of bait.
You don't even have professor level to grind.
What fishing? Also, I just wanted to make sure that we can't have 46 left. Just to spite Joel.
Oh, did you realize you were being spited?
Okay, I'm done.
I can't see the numbers super well, so I didn't think of it.
You win. I can't compete with that.
He gave you a vulnerary. Fantastic.
Oh, I lost. Is there anything you can't do?
Be a dark
Is it all just gonna be vulneraries?
Have you? Let us pit our fish against each other. Alas, your fish is clearly grander than mine. I suppose you win. This time.
Tomato.
Well, that's not a
so upset
vulnerary.
she threw a tomato at you.
I never even thought of it that way.
This looks bigger and tastier. I can't believe I lost.
He gave you meat. You got Raphael's meat. How do you feel about that?
Ew.
But I can't hear Benjiskin!
For your punishment, I will make fun of you by referencing the OJ stuff that you spring and bring up 14 Momo 14 wins. You liar! You do that anyway.
Yeah, you already did. I think you did that earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Mr.
did.
I will have comparison now.
I have had losing.
I have had losing.
I have lost.
That's it.
Petra and Caspar, the real MVPs, giving you actual weapons.
That I won't
Meanwhile, what
use.
does Catherine do?
This is for you.
She just gives you her relic weapon. Use Thunderbrand.
Well, I probably don't have that much reason to recruit you because I just got Thunderbrand for free. I mean, she's still a really good unit.
I
so
did it.
I'm
I
recruiting
fished
anyway.
5 times and won the tournament. I'm the greatest.
You got delicious food.
Yeah,
I'm
fishing
the
float.
greatest.
Help
Now
you
I gotta
increase
talk
your
to
renown.
everyone again.
I guess that's it. That was fun, wasn't it?
This was fun.
So yeah, you won the fishing tournament instantaneously.
Did you also have the fun?
Because I had protagonist.
I have having fun.
I wasn't expecting much, but this tournament was a lot of
I am having fun.
I am become fun.
I am become fun, destroyer of boredom.
Oh, come on, it's 5! You don't want the good stuff!
The cat doesn't want the world's greatest fish.
Only wants the 2 rank one. Stupid freaking tabby. Where's the kick button?
There's no kick button. Specifically for this reason.
Eating tournament then. Best part is no losing.
The fishing tournament is over. I heard you did some fishing. And that
Well,
Flayn is
I randomly decided to look at Reddit And someone posted a Kingdom Hearts, found another 13 that I haven't seen before in Kingdom Hearts.
What is it?
Where when Ariel is singing part of your world, and she shows you her thingamabobs that she supposedly has 20 of, she actually has 13.
Of course. I don't blame anyone for not seeing that. It's like a really small background detail.
Why can't I jump in and die?
Why do you want to die? There's no
You
reason
can't
for
keep
that.
getting away with it.
Why are they having a fishing tournament now? Are they just giving up on the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? You're not condoning this, right? Are you?
Leonie's like, everyone's stupid. Tell them, Professor.
I was the winner of it.
Gosh dang it, Professor.
Do you have time for a request?
Go murder bandits.
Maybe.
The banditos cannot live any longer.
How's it going? Making lots of coin?
Making lots of coin? I'd love to catch up, but I'm super busy right now. Working for money. You understand.
Hey, how about a favor?
Welcome to what I dealt with every time.
You understand.
No, we don't. Hey, I took that guy's cabbage.
Greetings, Professor.
Greetings,
Don't they call that
Professor. Nothing to
stealing?
report.
No, it's fine. I'm the professor.
Isn't it not still stealing?
I'm the professor. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe you're not the best gatekeeper if you're like, huh, one of my students disappeared mysteriously. She probably just went home. The security in this academy is terrible.
Well, I mean, if you're in like classic mode or something, and you're really bad at the game, they're like, it's the 5th kid death this week.
Refreshing breeze upon your face. You know it is almost time for the battle of the Eagle and Lion. Gronder Field is within the Empire.
I suppose I don't think you'd very easily be able to get away with suing them though, because like
my kid died in this war. Time to sue the Pope.
Yeah, it'd be a little hard to make that actually stick.
Assuming that
kind of
there's
like
even...
the most powerful person on the continent.
Yeah, that's assuming the laws aren't already written with the idea that you cannot sue the Pope. The Pope is the Pope. Because a lot of old books of law and such were written with the idea that the monarch or ruling party or whatever is not subject to their own laws.
It's imperative that we fight our best. We must live up to the legacy of the King of Lions.
Not to mention the idea of a lawsuit is a fair. I think that's actually relatively new. Don't quote me on that. Maybe.
I think generally you would like bring it up with the. Well, I guess a lawsuit is bringing it up with the government technically. So there's probably something along the lines of a lawsuit. But
I like how you're saying lawsuit, and meanwhile I'm getting a loss.
A lost
item? Oh no!
A loss. Yes, everyone's favorite meme, loss.
Ever since the tournament from 2 seconds ago.
I'm allergic to seafood.
I need a favor.
Please beat the shit out of us with your children. Please have your kids beat up our royal knights with us questioning why they're even in the knights to begin with.
They'll die like true knights. Oh, hey, Felix. You should spar with them. Gosh dang it, Felix.
Felix loves it.
It's like, you mean I get to beat someone up? Cool.
Don't panic.
She didn't
I'm
like
too
that response.
depressed.
Hire someone to listen to your troubles. You
She doesn't
freak.
like The Pope was not happy with your response.
The Pope hates you.
You have been fired. Because the Pope was the one
Oh,
employing
please.
Please help!
Gallant,
Delivers.
charming smile, and always puts his family first.
Yeah, this weird thing.
I know, the married man!
Clearly.
Yeah. He's married, miss.
Aw, I think Nathan thought we were joking. No. He's the one.
I genuinely did think that was a joke. She is hitting on the married man.
He's legitimately hitting on the married man.
And
That
you
is
can
legitimately
S-rank
what
the
it just
married
happened
man,
there.
by the way.
Thanks for that, Japan.
Just saying that might get you banned from Twitch. They don't allow you to stream yourself cheating in video games.
She's lost some thoughts, but she wasn't all alone. You are the ocean's gray waves.
Alright, that.
The Death Knight's true identity.
Wrong.
Could it actually be Professor Yuritsa?
Right. Hey!
I know, what a shock. I'm picking these two for choir practice.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it.
I hope this song reaches the goddess's ears.
Oh
The goddess
god, what is
sent a
that
lightning
racket?
bolt telling you to shut up.
Oh me, what is that racket?
I'm just absolutely exhausted. I swear to you, Professor, every month we're worked harder than the month before.
Well, you gotta just keep
Well, he
working
actually
harder.
did go into battle, so he probably did work harder than before.
Yeah,
I dropped to like 5 HP. I suffered.
No, Ferdinand
I
dropped to
suffered
5
for you,
HP.
Professor, and I get nothing in return.
I thought Ferdinand dropped to 5 HP.
Pretty sure it was Linhart.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Ferdinand did too, but he got healed by Linhart, so he's fine.
Postpone life for a bit. Fish, nap under a tree.
Skip out on lectures? Well, not your lectures, of course.
Of course, Professor.
Are we sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I'm not so sure about that.
Used to control all of Fodlan. But after the Civil War, the northern region split off and became the Kingdom. Later, the eastern part of the Kingdom seceded to become the Alliance. There are 3 powers today, but 1,000 years ago, we were all united as one. Even now, among the nobles of the Empire, there are some who dream of reunifying Fodlan.
What's the best way? Kill everyone else. That way there's nothing but you.
I mean, technically that does
I
work.
can't
sort of.
hear Ben Diskin.
Insistently praying. My father attended the Officers' Academy and won a glorious victory in the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. I think he is quite proud of that, even to this day. I suppose that shows how great an honor it truly is.
Yawnings.
I don't know. Just feeling tired.
They're not even serving fish!
Gameplay story integration failure.
Just want to see this one again.
Remember this, Professor. That look on Dedue's face means he thinks the food is pretty tasty.
He's just happy that he's not eating fish.
Are there even any fish here? Fish and bean soup!
Beans?
Beans?
Let's eat.
Then go to sleep, Nathan! I'm the
no,
one yawning! What?
Why are you telling me to go to sleep? Damien's the one who's tired.
Damien yawns. Go to sleep, Nathan! What?
Oh, he can sleep for you. It'll be fine.
So I'm gonna sleep and Damien's
If he
gonna get all the
sleeps twice as
restedness
much,
from
then
it?
you won't be
Exactly.
tired.
I'm
He
glad
just
you
sleeps for,
understand
like,
how it works,
Sleeps
Nathan.
for 16 hours a day, and you'll never have to sleep again. It's the perfect solution.
It's the
Or
only way
how
you can
about
avoid
this?
dangers of Freddy
Sleep
Krueger.
24 hours a day.
I think
Then
we
you
call
don't
that
need
a
to worry
coma.
about ever being asleep. Then
I
you
think
don't
we
have to
call
worry
that
about
a
ever
coma.
being tired.
That's called a coma, Damien.
Yeah, they're never tired.
If we put Nathan in a coma, then Damien will never be tired again.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do. You can't make me do that.
All right, ready, Nathan?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not doing this.
So Nathan, the noose or the hammer to the head?
Both of those result in death. I'm pretty sure.
Close enough.
It also qualifies as eternal sleep.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
We're going by
Sleep
the back computer logic of their death is just permanent unconsciousness.
I'm not very confident, but I'll try my
He's
best.
happy.
She would probably be less happy if she could hear the insane conversations we were having.
For a mock battle? This is serious business, and there's a reward to be had as well. I'd really like to.
Claude wants to win, but he's on the wrong team.
For
This
now.
time.
For now.
Gronder Field is in the Empire, right?
Fast forward to when we do Golden Deer, and he gets a crit on well, no, Ingrid won't be there. Never mind. On the replacement for Ingrid, does like 200 damage to her.
Yes, that must be it.
What about me? Do I get to sleep?
The Battle of the Eagle and Lion is coming up soon.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll allow you to sleep. That is the question of the day.
No, I'm not very confident. I mean, there's so many in the other houses. Just look at all the people in the Black Eagles class.
To beat Edelgard and Hubert and Edelgard.
Well, I mean, if it was a trained Edelgard, then yes, it would be a problem.
Hubert! Hello. I am going to destroy you. Oh, so I got normal Kappa and not Kappa Demon?
Yes. And your name's now Joel. Yes, it's close
Joel.
enough.
What do you say, Adel? Shall we meet up in the library later to...
Oh, hello, Professor.
Do you need something? I'm A little busy.
I'm a little busy at the moment,
Sorry, Professor. I've
dealing with my
questions to ask Adel here.
this incredible simp.
I really want to make sure I can do so this year.
Monica.
Where's her literature club?
Definitely the real Monica.
Oh, you see, she managed to escape. He just escaped into
Another gift. Why is she in the sword tournament?
I have no idea why.
She does have a sword boon. She just
And
has
then
guarded
Marianne
strength
died.
Yeah, you pretty much need to either give her 11 sword or use what's the combat art called? She has a combat art.
And then Ignatz died.
She has a sword combat arc that does magic damage.
Wow, one that actually could have been a problem.
Edelgard can actually deal damage.
Wasn't a sword master of infinite skill. Viewers don't sleep.
Wow, when it's actual people, then it's pretty strong. And then there's a thief.
Unless they're just a random thief here.
They're not even part of the tournament. They were just trying to steal stuff.
So you are now part of the tournament. Someone will come kick your ass.
As your punishment, Felix will slap you in the face with a wooden sword.
Exactly.
What do you do? Sorry, since I...
Felix, why are you all the way down there? How dare you be in a room?
Gosh. Leave me alone, Professor. Oh.
How dare you be in your room? Everyone goes to sleep, except for viewers. Okay. Okay, guys, ready for the sleep stream?
It'll let you sleep during the sleep stream.
No, actually, I just play an air horn that's only hearable to the viewers. Just an air horn that's always blaring.
You just always have an air horn like stream sound effect or whatever going.
The situation last month was dire indeed.
Why does this sound like a stream that like Point Crow would do, where it's just an 8-hour stream of him sleeping?
With an air horn playing in the background?
No. No, it would just be a stream of him sleeping. And it'd probably get like 3 million views.
Probably. Like, comment, subscribe. Bowser Galaxy 10. Also, subscribe to the Twitch.
Remember, we're streaming.
Follow me on Twitch. Well, I mean this. Well, I mean this will. I mean this will also be on YouTube.
If anyone's watching on YouTube, by the way, thank you.
Hi, YouTube.
I've been commissioned to investigate as well.
You say free and nearly 3.5 hours in.
If you watch this far in, then you're probably a fan. So.
Then why haven't you subscribed yet?
Because
who knows? Maybe they have.
My viewers subscribe.
The amount of viewers who 90% of my viewers aren't subscribed to the channel. That part actually probably is accurate. Like, comment, subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm.
So, I figure I did pretty well to only get stabbed. I wonder if it's true that he is actually Yuritsa. Whoever he is, I'm going to make him pay. It turns out that when I get stabbed, I get really mad.
When I get stabbed, I get really mad.
Most people do.
As opposed to getting glad.
Don't get mad, get glad.
You just got stabbed.
Don't get mad, get glad brand knives.
Or is it Glad brand body armor?
protects
You're
the
glad that
system
you
from
didn't get stabbed, that you didn't actually suffer any harm from getting stabbed because of our awesome anti-knife body armor.
Have you ever tried
I love this
You know what?
line.
I'll take it. That sounds in
I'm
character
not
enough.
sure I could convince that man the sky is blue if he hadn't already looked up for himself.
And even then, it was sunset, so he says the sky is orange.
He still says it's orange. Even today.
But he's wrong, because Axel said it's red. And Axel is always right.
It's not like we have hearts.
Wait, you're actually going to go see Hilda? Oh, no, my mistake.
Oh, I'm getting the sauna. Who's Hilda?
Don't you want to take some time in the sauna with
You've had
Hilda?
Hamilton, now Hilda's the only person to talk to. Is he actually going to talk to Hilda? No, he's going to the sauna.
Take some time in the sauna with Hilda. Come on.
No, I can't. She's not part of the party.
You gotta add her to the party.
Oh.
No. Not until Golden Deer when she's forced in.
Or even then, we could just never bring her into battle.
You still not work? We're still not refreshed.
You gotta get more refreshed. You need more heat in your body.
And why
Make
do
it
they
harder.
always warm up faster than you do? Every single time.
Well, you
Not
say
that
that,
time.
and then it immediately worked.
I mean, she was ahead of you for a while.
And now to burn Flayn.
You're not burning him, you're just putting him in the sauna.
Oh,
Sauna
burn.
doesn't actually burn.
Increase steam! Keep increasing steam!
Increase the power of steam. Turn the valve. Power up steam.
Burn Flayn! Burn Flayn! Burn!
See, this is why I love steam.
Burn! Burn! I can feel my worries drifting away. I made Flayn collapse. Why is there a dragon coming toward
I
me?
made Flayn collapse and Stedith is going to murder me.
Why is
feel
there a
my
wyvern
worries
coming
drifting
toward
away.
me?
I'll be safe in the professor's class. 2 days later, collapses because sauna was too hot.
Death by
Professor, I
sauna.
want to get out! I've locked the door, Flayn.
No need.
Nobody will ever leave again.
Why do I have warning brawling? I'm the brawler.
Of course. I've got it.
Kirby Omega is evil? How can this be?
Well, we all knew Kirby was evil.
Are we sure?
Yeah, he eats everyone.
I think he's just true neutral. He's not. He eats because he's hungry, not because he.
And he'll also
he'll
also genocide an entire species to get his cake back if it's stolen from him.
He acts like an animal, which is true neutral. I guess, probably. I've never actually played a Kirby game.
I must ask you,
Why did you get Flayn killed?
It may be necessary to increase your training intensity. That feeling can actually be a sign of progress. Burning up in the sauna could be a sign of progress.
No, he
Sure,
wasn't the one
do
who was
whatever
burning
you
up
want.
in sauna.
I mean, Faith is better. She doesn't really do that well with lances, honestly.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I guess you could
Keep
use
hover
Frozen
handing.
Lance. But
Keep hover handing the horse.
he doesn't want cake, he wants souls.
It seems I've improved.
One step.
Because of
That is
course.
his sole desire. I'm hilarious. I should
The
probably
sole
plug in
desire
my
of his
computer
soul.
because I'm at 27% battery.
Alright, you probably should plug in. I didn't realize you were on your phone. Or where you're on a laptop, or assuming your laptop.
Yeah, because my headphones use USB, so I
Yeah,
have to
the
do it on my
headset
computer.
uses USB. It's the same one as mine.
I see.
Because he needed one, and I was like, "What works? That'll work." Oh right, I forgot Flayn has a few with ours. Well, we can get the
Yeah,
Dimitri and
Flayn
Dedu ones
support.
going then.
Flayn matters. Flayn has supports with characters who matter, so she matters.
Okay, I'll have her do have her do the ones with Dimitri and Dedu. Since I can't get them in any other playthrough. Otherwise, I'm not touching Flayn. He gets to join them in battles. I probably shouldn't touch Flayn now that I think about it in the first place. But Tish.
What did you say about touching Flayn?
But Tish.
I have something to ask of you. Will he succeed or will he
100%.
fail? Wow, he passed with 100% chance.
That's impossible.
It's a miracle.
Anyway, Kirby thinks that you're Popo.
How do you feel about this about this?
Popo. Popo. I'm a Pomeranian. You got a problem with that?
Oh, I'm out of advanced seals.
UP main for life. I say like I've played OJ for more than like 2 hours.
Oh, you'll play RJ for a little more if the plans for tonight are happen as we expect they will.
I can't wait to fail spectacularly.
Oh,
You
you
should-
forget, it's 100% orange juice. You can win
you want to go for
anyway.
Paladin and not a Wyvern Rider? or
She
something?
works with either.
Yeah, but Paladins don't fly.
So,
Flyers are better than Cavaliers.
well, it's what she can do right now. I can't make her Wyvern because I don't have Axe. See? I need to
Fair.
train her in Axe.
I mean, you could
I
also
guess they won't
just
let
keep
you
her as a Peg
continue
Knight
as a-
until she can become
And
a
also, I can do
Falcon
this
Knight.
eventually anyway, so it'll be fine.
Oh,
You could also keep her as a Peg Knight until she becomes a Falcon, until she can become a Falcon Knight. Just because it's a higher tier class doesn't mean it's better.
Yeah, but I want to anyway. Different. She get more speed, but it increases.
Not all about the stats. Flying is a very good quality.
Being able to go wherever you want, if it isn't blocked by a wall, is very nice indeed.
There's a reason sometimes people refer to some of these games as people refer to some of these games as Flyer Emblem.
How do I reclass?
Oh. Like that.
Yeah, you got a point. Go back.
Upgrade. Go back. I said go
Go back, go back! Bad.
Nice chance.
That's probably fair, Kirby. I've played as her like 3 times.
Meanwhile, there's literally no reason not to do this one.
It's just I have
Ferdinand
very
von
little
Paladin.
investment in playing any other character in the game, so.
Yeah, and you're also gonna get the plushie of her eventually. And you also really, really like pudding pop.
Pudding pop is love. Pudding pop is love. Is life. I said love twice.
Pudding pop is love. Pudding pop is love.
Pudding pop is love. Pudding pop is love.
Makes sense to me. My eventual plan for him.
We wanted to make him a mortal savant.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever done that. I figure, why not?
Is Mortal Savant is a bad class?
It seems to be just mostly about sword and magic. Yeah, like, is there anything particular that makes it particularly poor in comparison to others?
It kind of it's just splitting your. It's basically just because it splits your. It kind of like splits your focus 2 ways, and then you end up not being very good at either of them.
And then Sweet Breaker bans pudding. Yeah, QP would find a way anyway. You'd be the greatest drug smuggler ever created.
Or she'll just make pudding. You can do that.
She prohibitions pudding. She just prohibition makes pudding.
Yeah, it's actually not that hard. It's not that hard to make. It's not that hard to make pudding. There are recipes out there and stuff.
What? I can't invite my professor to dinner without it being a scam? Okay, fine. You got me.
But I just get the store-bought. It's the cheapest.
Oh yes, it is the cheapest, and it is also easiest.
I thought that was spaghetti.
Don't tell Kirby what that game. Don't tell Kirby what reference that was.
Or else he will scream.
I think he probably can figure it out from the context.
Hail under.
It was from Cave Story, that's right.
Ah, yes, Cave Story.
Man, I can't believe Cave Story ripped off the Azrael and Toriel designs.
I can't believe Cave Story ripped off Undertale. Goddamn. I got him pixel in his time machine.
I can't believe Cave Story ripped off Mormodora 1 and 2.
I don't believe it.
Man, I can't believe Mario Party ripped off Mario Party 2's gameplay.
Crazy way to suggest it, though.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, I'm not going alone, no matter what he asks.
Man, I can't believe Giegu ripped off Mewtwo.
But none of us have your experience. If you'd come with us, I'd be grateful.
I mean, Earthbound Beginnings did come out in 2016, if you believe Nintendo's timeline.
Oh, we're doing Sylvain's
I thought that was
Paralog,
2015.
Cool.
2015, something like that, yeah.
I guess we're doing Sylvain's Paralog.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we are.
I was not ready
that's
for
what
a
that
Paralog.
was that whole time.
We were just talking about Cave Story ripping off Undertale the whole time.
And me just realizing that there's a whole lot of There seems to be a whole lot of OJ lore that I am not privy to.
Yes.
I don't know the OJ lore. OJ lore. I just see QP and I go, that's cute. I'm gonna play as that.
Pudding Pomeranian. That one. You just look at the characters and then you just see an adorable dog and you're like, that one. I want
And
that
then she
one.
loved pudding and I'm like, very that one. That one more.
Does that mean you're gonna like Neptune?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't really like S that much, and she likes pudding.
Neptune will be it'll be hit or miss. I imagine. I don't
Meanwhile,
know which
Vert
one.
is a definite D.
Yeah.
Just like her bust size.
Yeah,
That
the
was
question isn't
very
will I
fast.
like Vert. The question is, will I hate her more than Camilla?
or more than Damien hates her. As
see
Damien very much
Catherine.
does not like her.
Where is she in relation to Camilla and C. Catherine?
I forgot to bring Ingrid.
Oh god, Overlord Kirby, I remember that.
Retreat. Open the menu and pick retreat.
Oh wait, never mind. She's over there. Never mind. They're over there.
He was hiding.
The classic. We're going to separate your party map.
But don't you know, you never split the party.
I did forget to give her javelins though.
A javelin.
I did forget to give her javelins though. Oh, the leader.
Kill the plague doctor. He deserves it.
Sylvain's like, this is my paralog. You really think I'm gonna give her back her javelin on my paralog? Heck no.
You have one that's like
still
almost
seems in
dead.
character.
Okay, just keep Sylvain alive. Got it.
As long as Sylvain doesn't die, everything will be good.
Okay.
I'll cut through.
Hi, Thief Leader, die.
Thief Leader will die.
Okay, that'll do it. This exit route is blocked off. Very good.
He has become dead.
What should I do?
Did Damien forget about Kanto again?
Are there any of these that you're scared aren't thieves?
He's a little bit dead.
I was seeing if there was a Thief Leader, but no, the Thief Leader's up there.
I'm on it.
They're just normies.
They're just regular
Yeah, but
thieves.
he still has a full stock of all of Ingrid's javelins.
You're out of luck.
Huh.
He'll gladly break all of them before he lets Ingrid touch them again.
Okay, here's your javelin back. This isn't This is half of a javelin.
Yeah, I lost the other half the other half got stuck in the guy I stabbed.
Definitely needed.
You can't spell overkill without go K. Aren't you the one who always says that, Damien?
Nathan, that's terrible to say.
What's the problem?
Come on, in that crit. Yes!
Random end of 16% crit was good enough for you.
Well,
she got magic. That's good
magic,
enough.
so not a bad level up. She got the most important stat, and that's what's important.
Bet she couldn't get
Okay, I
speed.
guess he took
Speed is also
damage
important.
output over not. Oh, I guess you can't counter either. Never mind. I keep forgetting that bows aren't only 2 range in this game. If you're a bow class, anyway.
Yeah, there's the brilliance known as mini bow, the strongest weapon in the game.
No, they have more
the
than
crit
2 range.
changes from 0% to 95%.
Everyone's ganging up on Dimitri. Why do you deserve this?
He has the fish girl with him.
You know, that or their other option was to attack the Pegasus Knight with too much resistance to do any damage.
Yeah, because shields are amazing on mounted units.
Oh, he
because-
has 3 javelins too. You should have him trade Ingrid a javelin.
Yeah, probably should.
And Sylvain's like, no, Dimitri, my prank.
Terrible in that.
And Overlord Kirby is still continuing to criticize your tactical decisions.
Yeah, welcome to Fire Emblem.
Welcome to Damien Plays Fire Emblem. He's not that good at this game, and he doesn't really care to be.
Not good enough.
He's here for the. He's here for the good story and for the memes.
And the characters.
Good characters. Pretty good story. Memes.
And RPG gameplay.
But not the tactics gameplay, just the RPG gameplay.
I'm good at Persona.
Strategy, what's that?
Strategy, I throw the guy who does the most damage at the thing without looking at the hit chance. Yet somehow it still works. So am I really the worst tactician?
Teal-haired lady with gauntlet, go burr.
His thing is, clearly it does appear to be working, at least to a basic extent.
That's because he's playing on normal casual.
Yeah, probably.
You try this on Maddening, he'd still be on Chapter 1. I think he could probably get through the prologue eventually, but...
I was about to say, does that mean the prologue or literally the first battle? Why am I still stuck on to do?
Like, if you got lucky, you could probably get through the prologue.
Nice form.
Or you could, like, adjust your strategy a bit. The prologue's not really difficult. But Chapter 1 is, like, notoriously really hard on Maddening, so...
Is that the mock
Man, I'm so glad seeing the mage
It's
getting
especially hard
punched
because
4
you
times.
don't have Divine Pulse yet.
So is Chapter 1 the the mock battle with the other houses, or?
Yeah, it's a mock battle.
Okay.
It's really hard because you don't have a Divine Pulse yet, so...
And also,
you
depending on
just
what
have to
house you
play
are, you
super
have
well.
a better or worse time.
I did play a little bit of Maddening in this game. I think it took me like 45 minutes to do that map. It's rough. And that was just my successful attempt. I think it took me like 3 tries.
The only thing maddening is Damien not using the sword for the protagonist.
He's using the correct weapon. He's using the fists of the creator, isn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, gauntlets are a good weapon. Like, I have no issue with you using gauntlets.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it either.
Gauntlets are a good weapon choice.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it either. It's just funny to keep making a joke about the fists of the creator.
No,
Does
just
the
stab
short
them
spear
there.
have more attack power? I don't know. Doesn't like it matters. He just got poked.
And you can just Kanto out of the heal tile anyway, if you really want to go there.
Why do I have this?
I don't know. I don't know why you have the door key.
You just got the door key from some enemy she killed, I guess.
Probably.
And she never and you didn't throw it out, so.
There we go.
What would she do without the killer lance? Now she has 2 training lances.
Yeah, training lances have a better chance of doubling.
I don't think she needs a better chance of doubling. She is probably one of the highest speeds of anyone in your party.
Well, I want to make sure.
It also has low might, so it doesn't do that much damage. And by that I mean you still one-round guys because you're so over-leveled. But you don't crit as much. Use the killer lance so that you crit, and it's fun. It's more fun to crit.
Maybe burn this guy or burn that guy to death.
Oh boy, strength!
She feels
She stronger.
Powerful.
Can't afford to lose.
How did he think that was gonna go?
Yeah, swords on Byleth is overrated. Like, the Sword of the Creator isn't that good of a weapon, honestly.
I feel like it is better. And
why did the Gauntlet guy not fight Mercedes?
I don't know.
I don't know. Wait, how much XP? No, I don't know. Did he attack her and miss?
No! He just walked up to her and just didn't fight!
I have no idea why that happened. That's very strange.
And he wasn't even aiming at her either!
That's really weird. I don't know why he did that.
See? The AI are stupid! Because I just saw him walk up to her and was like, oh!
Kirby, this isn't Fire Emblem Echoes AI. They don't have any sense of self-preservation.
Is this a joke?
It's a joke?
You know, Path of Radiance Maniac AI. Where they're like, oh, I'm low on health, let me actually run away to heal myself.
Come on, Ingrid, crit! Aww.
Which makes sense, but it's also not fun.
Alright, I think it was either Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn that had like one of the dumbest hard mode choices ever. So I think genuinely one of the things that the hard mode in I think it was Radiant Dawn does is that you're not allowed to see the enemy or the enemy's movement range, so you gotta count out all the squares.
I think that's Radiant Dawn, yeah.
Like that's just annoying. It's not hard.
It just is more work.
I mean, I guess there's a little bit of extra there's a little bit of extra difficulty, sort of, because you could miscount, but even then that's just annoying.
Yeah.
They're not even going for them.
He's attacking Mercedes.
Oh yeah, that guy was.
Quad attack for 1.
So, by the way, it happened again where this guy's just not aiming for anyone. Huh.
think you might be right. He might be trying to run away or something, but there's no escape tiles left open.
Maybe.
I do like the rewind mechanic in general, but I think that every single time they've done it, you end up with way too many charges of it. I honestly want to see a game where they give you like 3 per map and you can't upgrade it. So it's like, yeah, you can do it a little bit.
Yeah, as a person who barely uses them, when I saw when you're playing on like normal, like the normal casual thing in Engage, and it gives you infinite uses of it, and it's like,
yeah, honestly, I don't really have a problem with on the easiest difficulty having like a lot of charges. I'm kind of okay with that, but on like hard mode. They give you 10 charges on hard mode in Engage, and I'm like, why do I have so many?
Well, I mean, you would just reset the map anyway.
I had to play super badly. It's like, I feel like I have to be playing super badly to use more than like 3 charges per map.
Although while we're here, I'm going to defend the idea of class asking versus casual, where you just reset anyway, because the difference there is that if that on casual you don't reset and you don't get any of the consequences for not resetting. But on classic, you get the choice of do I want to try to go ahead without whatever unit that was, which is an actual thing I've had to ask myself before, or do I want to start the level over to make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, the thing is that the levels aren't very long.
Added an option in the menu to just restart the map, so you don't have to do like a soft reset or anything to reset. You could just be like, yeah, I want to restart.
Great work, everyone.
Yeah, I do remember a couple of times as a kid where I did actually just leave a character or two dead on like games that use the classic style difficulty, because it was like I don't care.
What's that? Definitely leaving my Pegasus Knight dead in Path of Radiance because it happened at the end of the map and I didn't want to redo the entire map. I would never do such a thing. I definitely didn't accidentally move into the Black Knight's range or anything.
Professor,
never.
We drove off the thieves and got a reward from my father. Job well done, eh? Although, I don't know how to feel about this particular reward.
Sorry, Marcia.
I guess that's why my father tasked
You'll get another chance someday.
me to prove myself worthy of this relic.
At least I had a tactical excuse to use Best Girl Jill.
And now it's mine. Not remotely. I bear the crest of Gautier.
Not that I really care.
The same crest my brother wished for his whole life, but never came to possess.
So I'm the guy who's like, I'll do tactically sound things up to a point, but
hated me from the moment he found out I had a crest and he didn't.
But am I going to drop Yunaka for the better thief character because he's like basically objectively better than her? Heck no, Yunaka's one of my favorite characters.
What if it was the other way around?
I'm playing Yunaka.
And I didn't. Would I be the one my father?
That's one thing I think it's nice is the freedom to just use whoever you like, because technically, basically anybody could be a viable character, be viable if you're willing to put enough time into trying to raise them.
Yeah, and like Yunaka in particular is still actually a very good unit. So
except probably Vander.
You could probably find a way to make Vander work. I think it'd be really hard to make him a good combat unit, but you could probably reclass him into something with good utility and still make him work.
And after the late king fell, the whole kingdom became unstable. So, it's no real surprise that more and more people are resorting to thievery, just to survive. And there are those rumors.
Anyway,
And,
since this is almost about 4 hours of a stream, I think we're going to be ending the stream soon, taking a break, and then coming back with orange juice.
I'm hoping once we get
soon.
At later time. That shouldn't take too long, actually.
Yeah, probably be like an hour-ish or so.
I know I
The
can
plan.
trust you with it until you think I'm ready. And Professor, if I could.
So for the YouTube people, that doesn't mean much.
It means they have to click on a different video.
I'm just asking a friend to hang out.
If they want to watch the orange juice stuff.
Again, though.
So if you're here
Yeah.
for the,
I mean, it
for
means
the free
that they're at the
houses,
end of the video.
yeah, that.
Hey, we got the Lance of Ruin.
Ruin.
Yay! Well, at least they made relic weapons good in this game. Shout out to all the video games that are like, this is the legendary ultimate power weapon. It's not actually that good. Looks at Oblivion and Skyrim where they like are scaled to your level but don't scale. They're scaled to the level at which you get them, so then you level up more and then they're outclassed because they're scaled to that level.
Yeah.
Dumb.
The sadness.
Yep. Oh hey, Swordbreaker. The very slight hint of weapon triangle still in this game.
I guess there's like nothing else of like weapon triangle in this game.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so Final Engage technically reintroduced the weapon triangle, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it did so in a really interesting way, actually.
Yeah.
It's probably the most meaningful the weapon triangle has been, like, ever that I can think of.
Yeah, and I do kind of like that it only applies during it only applies for when you initiate an attack. That part kind of makes it really interesting. So you can't you can't really take advantage of it on defense. You can only really take advantage of it on offense, which kind of encourages more of a. It kind of makes the game more of a player phase leaning game. Which I enjoy juggernauting every so often, but it is nice to change things up once in a while.
So it's just a whole bunch of random menuing this for this last part as part of our stream.
Mm-hmm. Attack is AS plus 6.
Attack speed. If I had to guess. So basically take your speed, your speed by 8 and add 6 to it when you initiate combat. So it's
Okay.
basically slightly easier to it'll be slightly easier for her to double attack enemies if she's the one initiating combat.
Yep.
I actually haven't seen you use the combat skills that frequently. So
Man, don't you like how the last 5 minutes of this stream are just gonna be silently me going through menus?
well, only the true fans will make it through, or something like that. I don't know how else to say it.
If you've made it to the end of this video, comment Walmart Muffin Squad.
I'll make sure to put to write that comment as soon as the video is actually uploaded.
Alright. So yeah, for anyone watching the stream, we will be very quickly soon with orange juice, but for people on YouTube, yeah, orange juice streaming coming as well. Yeah, that.
Thanks for watching.
Exactly. Say bye, Joel.
Oh, sorry, I was having trouble with my headphones all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't hear you guys, and I wasn't. Yeah. So,
Okay.
bye!
What a great time for technical problems.
The very end.
This is awkward. It also took me like a full minute or two to realize.
Well. Yeah, bye.
Bye.